Hello, dear princesses, gamers, everyone. We're doing D&D again. I've been really looking forward to this. We are playing a new, in theory, one-shot that is absolutely not gonna be a one-shot. I've kind of estimated. Oh shit, my title's a little off-center. But essentially, I estimate it to be probably 2 or 3 sessions. So, yeah. So,
awesome.
It is set in the Planescape's universe, which is something I'll explain a little bit more once we get into the proper game. But for now, how about our players introduce themselves and their characters? William, you want to go first? I know you love your girl.
Sure thing. I'm playing Mayrain Zorun, Warlock Rogue Drow. Mayrain is a young woman who grew up on the streets of Sigil and recently became a warlock after robbing a genie unknowingly. And now she has to work for him.
What's your faction?
Oh, my faction. The Faded.
Yeah. Alright. Who wants to go next? I will call on you. I've been working on my teacher voice. Yeah, go for it.
Teacher voice. My character's Halid. He's a Githzerai aberrant mind sorcerer. He's truly very old. He fought mind flayers, he fought other Gith, and now he's really tired, but he's probably gonna have to fight something else sometime soon. He's with the Bleakers, the Anarchists, because they're kind of just the only ones who fit him, or who wouldn't reject him, maybe is the better way to phrase it.
That was very sad.
Sorry, he's a little bit of a sad guy.
You poor bastard.
Oh.
I hope to express in his voice tiredness.
Yeah, your Soldier 76 impression?
I'm gonna do my best Soldier 76 impression.
Chad, I've heard it, it's pretty good. Alright, Sarah, you want to go next?
Oh, sure. My character's name is Snowball Wild Mode. Uses, like, any pronouns, but I'm probably gonna use he, they today. And he's a, Path of the Beast barbarian, Tabaxi barbarian, who is a part of the Hands of Havoc, but currently just hangs out with the Bleak Cabal faction. Partially out of boredom, partially because he's trying to figure out where to set up their next artwork. So.
Alright. Thank you very much. Casey, would you like to introduce your lad?
Alright, my guy is named Weldon. He is a Water Genasi Nature Domain Cleric, and yet another member of the Bleak Cabal. He did, in fact, just copy his entire sense of fashion from the faction leader. Lar, I think is his name. I don't know how to pronounce it. And another fun fact about him is that he likes to sleep in bodies of water, such as lakes and rivers. And since he's currently living in Sigil, he's sleeping in a place called The Ditch.
He's a big wet boy. We love him.
He's a wet boy.
And I will be playing everyone else. So every other character. So, it has been pointed out to us, and I think this is fine, but that our real first names are in the overlay. Does anyone give a shit?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
No, I mean, I think you called us all by our first
absolutely
names
did.
before
a few
this.
A few of you do have an initial there, but also I feel like there are probably so many Sarah A's out there, for instance.
Let them figure it out.
Come
get me.
Come dox us.
I mean, yeah, I don't
I'll
mind.
give you $20 on the house if you can figure out my last name from the first letter.
Yeah,
if
that's
you were
my
related to
thing.
him, you are.
Yeah, that does not qualify.
So John,
Yeah, it's not a big deal for
actually,
me.
maybe it should. John, take his money. All right. So, you do not want to do this. That's fair, and I appreciate that. All right. So, well, I guess let's get started, huh?
Hell yes.
Oh, no one can figure out your name. It's such a secret. So, Sigil, City of Doors. At the center of everything above the highest peak of the spire, a city lives. A massive torus spinning at the center of the multiverse. This is a city of itinerants, a city of factions, and is a plane between everything. For every door, there is a key, and for every key, there is a door. Know this, Cutter. These are the essential truths to the age. Sigil may have his religious bashers, but there are no gods allowed into the city by the mandate of her serenity. The city is ruled by the Lady of Pain, but she is not a god. Those who worship her as one will almost certainly meet an excruciating end. 2. Factions control much of the day-to-day life in the age. Her serenity may be in charge in the grand sense, but by her mandate, the factions are much more involved in the particulars. And the third rule, there is no teleportation in or out of Sigil. To enter or exit, you need a door, a portal that can be opened by a key, which can be a physical concept, an action, or numerous other potentials. It's a beautiful city. And now, our adventure begins. It is near peak at Sigil. The light of the day is brightest and filters deep into the cracks of the stone and between the narrow rows of buildings. You four are adventurers, cutters of known skill who've been discreetly summoned to the city court to have an audience with one of the factors of the Fraternity of Order, a gnomish man known as Tansert Liberbach. He told you he had a job for you, but you were given no further insight into the nature or requirements it may ask of you. Now, you all sit semicircled around a table, with Tansert and an assistant scribe sitting across from you, leafing through papers as they prepare the meeting. Tansert is an old gray gnome with deep-set wrinkles and gray robes tied with a silvered belt and buckles. So, as he flips through his pages, he sets them down and looks at you with a keen, discerning eye. Good evening, adventurers. I will not delay you with needless pleasantries. I have summoned you all here to discuss a lucrative opportunity. Recently, an important artifact has gone missing from the possession of one of our factors, a man known by the name of Grayson Andrus. It is a Whisperlot brass box, an item of great import that we would desire returned to our possession. You all will find the box, and in return we will pay you well, quite well indeed.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Oh yes, quite the good deal.
How well are we talking?
Well, I believe we can afford, for this good work, 2,000 gold per head. We will give you an advance of 500 gold. Rest upon completion.
Snowball is like rubbing his paws, like, oh, we should do it. We should do it. Oh, we should do it. We should do it.
I'll do damn near anything for 500 gold. Count me in.
He kind of looks at you with a look on his face, just like, okay.
We're scaring him off already.
Listen, we have interest in hiring you because you are a rising star in the streets of Sigil. You have been known for good work, and good work is what we must have. Discretion is key. You must...
We're very subtle.
Excellent, excellent. What we need is subtlety. What we need is guarantees. Information is on a strictly need-to-know basis.
Speaking of information, what information do you have about the previous owner of this box?
Grayson Andrus has been a factor for some time. He has been lately cavorting with a woman, a sensate by the name of Vox Bordelrie. We believe that she may have stolen the box from him. It is crucial the box be recovered in one piece.
Would our pay get docked if it's not in one piece?
If you do not bring the box back in one piece, you will not be paid.
Oh my god, no.
Will we get to keep the pieces of it?
He had a looks for a second size.
Or do you want those?
If the box is in pieces, there is no point to the box. I suppose at that point I do not give a shit.
Sweet, we can sell it to the junkyard.
We'll bring the box back in one piece. You have my word.
Good.
For 1,500 gold, it better be back in one piece.
Exactly. I'm glad we understand each
Okay,
other.
okay.
Now, I wanted to be exceptionally clear. I believe that this will work, and we will work well together so long as you understand your place in this endeavor. If you do, you will walk away with your pockets much, much heavier. But, do not ask what is in the box. Do not open the box. And should you betray us, well, you can imagine, you will do no business with us or any of the legal side of Sigil, and should you be caught in the extra legal side, you must understand that we do run the government and the courts.
Wait, who are we doing this job with again?
Fraternity of Order, they literally run the courts.
Oh.
One of the factions.
Oh, okay, so like they're the Harmonium boss?
No, they're not the Harmonium's boss. The Harmonium is essentially the cops. These guys are essentially the judges, more or less. Or the magisters is, I think, a better way to put it.
So they're besties.
They work together.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
at least co-workers. Work friends,
Someone call it
probably.
Skibbity Toilet.
Skibbity toilet.
Alright. Do we understand each other?
I think so.
Now, Vox Bordelrie has not been seen for some time. I imagine you should start checking in with the sensates. Would be a good place to start. But, it is not my quest. The point is, bring back the box, you will be paid very, very well. Do we have a deal?
I look around at the rest of the group.
Give a nod.
I think so.
Excellent. Most excellent. He, from underneath the table, pushes each of you a small sack of gold. So you now each get to add 500 gold to your total.
Hell yes.
Sick.
Well, if there's nothing else, we will be happy to deliver the rest upon completion. Fare thee well, cutters.
All right.
So, your business done. You stand from the table and head out of the Fraternity Order City Court. You are now in the Clerk's Ward, which is, if you can see, the map has the areas you can actually see where it is. The Hall of Speakers District is where we are.
This?
Yeah, right there. You just picked it.
Oh yeah, we're right by the statue with the globe on it.
And also the horse statue.
The glowing horse.
Twitch, I know that some of these details are not visible to you, but one thing to be considerate of is I am the one managing the map, and I have to do like several things. I'm gonna try my best to keep everything, in view, and in view of all of your, the screen, but if shit is wonky, just let me know. I'll fix it. Otherwise, just double checking. Twitch, you can hear the music, right? Give him a sec. TV.
Twitch.tv.
All right.
Yes.
It's a very Jar Jar Binks way of informing. I'm so sorry. That was mean. Unnecessarily rude. But
Yeah.
what's up? Oh, I think they're just saying hi to y'all.
Oh, hi. Oh.
Hey guys, have you heard my Twitch chat? Have you heard my Twitch? Go to it. All right, but anyway,
Check us out on twitch.tv.
check us out on Twitch. Well, eventually this will be going onto YouTube, so I suppose that can be the play there. All right.
Nice.
Well,
Thank you, Shatter.
let's get moving. So, you all, where you want to go?
We're a short walk from the Great Bazaar. I wouldn't mind headed there.
All right. So you head to the
Good
Great
place
Bazaar.
to learn things.
Great Bazaar is one of the biggest collection of markets in all of Sigil. It is truly just a cacophonous place, full of shouting, barters, people selling anything and everything. Food, furniture, swords, poison, just whatever you need, they got it. So, essentially for how we're gonna run the market, is I have my all-purpose general, like, this is what my adventuring stuff I have, but also I do have some magical items that are sold that I can send a list of if you all like.
I would love to shop for magical items. I would also like to steal someone's coin purse.
Alright, it's starting strong! Why aren't I the only Pathologic on YouTube? I honestly don't know. So, essentially, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay, yeah, I want to look for an obvious tourist with their coin purse hanging out.
Alright, for that, first make a perception check.
Okay, let's see, perception check. I got a, give it a second. 18.
Oh yeah, you find a nice mark. Sigil is one of those places where there's a little bit of everyone and a little bit of everything here. And this guy clearly is not familiar with the cage. The way he's walking, the way he's like just chatting people up, he's got a fat coin purse hanging from his belt.
He looks like the rich touristy type for sure then.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I just walk up behind him, pull out my dagger, cut his purse strings, and walk off with the pouch.
All right, make a sleight of hand check. Alrighty.
I got a natural 1, but that's a 15.
All right.
What?
So that's hilarious, and you're very lucky that very lucky that nat ones don't
Luckers
count
chat.
on skill checks. So yeah, that definitely beats their passive perception.
Thank God.
That would have been a hilarious way to start the stream.
That's
It's like,
insane.
hey guys, the harmonium's after you. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
All right, so I'm gonna roll some
You can
dice.
invade the harmonium.
I'm gonna roll some dice for what your take is. Essentially, how I think I'm gonna do this is I'm just gonna roll 66, and however many gold was in that purse is what you get. All right. Well, that wasn't a fantastic roll. All right, you get 14 gold.
That's a lot of 1. All right.
Yeah,
that
I
almost
rolled
wasn't worth it. Oh,
So, Twitch, for reference, what I just rolled was 66, and I rolled 4 ones. So that's unfortunate. Oh.
It's happened before.
It's happened before, and it will happen again.
as we kind of walk away from that guy, I turn around to the party and I'm like,
Yeah.
as soon as we're done shopping,
start
drinks
going
are on
for
me.
Alright. 66. Alright. So, do you want that list of magic items that's
I would
available?
love a list of magic items.
Alright, so as you were stumbling around, you come across an area that appears to be like just an open air stall with just random bullshit laying on it. Standing behind the counter is in the market is a mountain of a man, a half giant with broad open face, a wild red beard, and a smile notably missing a few teeth. His hoods are spread out in front of him on a gauzy cloth. Welcome, hunters. Welcome to Baator's resale shop. No refunds. Come, spend your drink in the best store in the cage. And he has...
How's the weather up there?
Exactly the same as it is anywhere else. Kinda dour. So, on his shop, he has a +1 greatsword, a potion of growth, a +1 all-purpose tool, a candle of the deep, a cleansing stone, a decanter of endless water, a dread helm, 4 potions of lesser healing, which are just, your standard healing potions, mithril scale mail, a potion of superior healing, a blue elemental gem, and an immovable rod.
Ooh, tell me about this elemental gem. So,
the blue elemental gem, essentially what it does is you crush it and it summons a water elemental.
I would love that.
Alright, it costs 455 gold.
What's the Candle of the Deep and Cleansing Stone and Dread Helm?
So I was a moron, and I guess I forgot to put these in as handouts, unless I didn't. Hold on a second. Okay, so some context while I'm looking this up for chat. I started working on this last February, and then I got really, really sidetracked. Okay, I do not have handouts. So, Candle of the Deep, it is a flame of candle that is not extinguished when immersed in water. It's really not that exciting. A cleansing stone. Is a sphere 1 foot in diameter engraved with sigils. When touching the stone, you can use an action to activate and remove dirt and grime from your garments and from your person. So both of them are just kind of small little, they're common items.
And the Dread Helm?
Makes your eyes glow red.
Yeah, makes you dreadful. Spooky, in fact.
I resist the urge to just pocket the gem.
This man will break your face.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna start the one-shot with only 3 player characters, because you died.
Just got flattened by a half-giant shopkeeper. Oh no.
I think I'd like to buy the 4 potions of lesser healing and just hand one out to everybody.
Alright.
Oh, thank you.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so you all have a potion of lesser healing, which is 2d4 plus 2.
Does the Candle of the Deep boil water?
This is something. Hey, I know I just said.
Unfocused gamer would like to know.
I said I was going to answer most questions in chat, and I am going to hold to that, but this is, I think, complicated enough that I'm going to. It's heat. Heat will in theory, just, raise the ambient temperature of the water until it boils, right? But I feel like it would take so long.
Yeah, I mean, could you boil water with a normal candle? Theoretically, yes.
Yeah. Smaller amounts would be easier.
Yeah.
If you're in a lake or something like that, or say a bathtub, the hot water is going to rise because it becomes less dense as it heats, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
So
it's just
a candle to heat a whole takes so long.
Yeah, I was imagining that handle was essentially just like a normal handle's length, like the kind you would find on a candlestick. It's not like a massive, fuck off, I found this in a Catholic church and I paid $15 to light this candle. Even those don't burn any hotter. There's just more wax. Votive candles. Anyway, so that's what he's got. We have purchased the potions of lesser healing. Anyone want to get anything else here?
Nah. Nothing in here really matters appeals to me.
Alright, what about the rest of you?
I got what I came for. I am buying the gem, to be completely clear.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that. Yeah, it costs 455 gold. You have the water elemental gem, and I will go ahead and I'm going to put the water elemental in your journal.
Hell yeah, I'm collecting all sorts of little characters.
This is very funny, because when I was going back to look at this, I saw, why do I have a water elemental just ready to go? I clearly had some sort of idea and then forgot about it, and now it turns out this was my idea. Alright.
I think I want to buy the decanter of endless water.
I love decanters of endless water. It's very funny.
I do too. How endless is the water?
Oh, it goes and goes and goes and goes. Endless. It's in the name.
Well, sure. I've been marketed to before.
You have a 100% guarantee that I do not do refunds. This thing's full of so much goddamn water that you piss yourself.
If that's what it takes, I'll take it.
Alright. It costs 250 gold.
Snowball is like side-eyeing you at that whole conversation.
Listen, sometimes a man's got to piss. Something fierce. Although at you all high and mighty like you never piss.
Everybody poops.
Yes, I think I saw a book on that matter.
Wait, but Warforged don't piss or...
Okay. I suppose that's true.
I have been... What does Baldur to do now? I've learned that not everybody poops.
It's a hard realization.
Can you whisper into Twitch chat? Oh yeah, you have my Discord. Sure, why not? Alright. So, with your new goods in hand and another guarantee that he will not take these back, and nor will he return your money to you, you are all kind of waved off from Baldur.
I know we have work to do, but who wants to go get a drink?
Why are you spending all your money already?
It's 5 o'clock.
I mean, if
We
money's
should
your
totally
concern,
do our
I
job.
definitely think we could get some more of that.
Yes, by doing our job first.
Oh, alright.
Then you'll have 1,500 gold to spend on
We just got
booze.
paid! I want to have a little fun!
How do you still have money after all
I
you
try not to
spent on
drink
the,
when I
on the
have too
gem
much
thing?
money.
You did buy that decanter of endless water. There's so many drinks in that thing. Not alcoholic.
They're not fun drinks.
Wrong kind of magic
That boy
joke for
can
that.
get so many drinks.
Oh god, this is a bad time to be getting a drink.
Yeah, water does not get you drunk.
This is unfortunate.
You can get
You
water
can get
poisoning.
really
from-
No,
sick.
wait half an hour before.
I mean, if our goal is to get intoxicated, I'd also just hit myself over the head with a bat, and like, I will feel out of it. Like, but
Do
anyway,
something to your brain.
yeah. So, you want to get drinks, or I know.
Yeah, I got your mind-altering
I'd like to get
substance
drinks.
right here.
But if nobody else wants to, I'm not gonna.
Doesn't
force
hurt
you
during an
to.
investigation.
We can sit around and we can strategize.
Well, we could ask the people at the bar.
Yeah, Julia, where did this guy that had his shit stolen live?
He was the Factor the Factor. Fun fact about the factions of Sigil: the ranks are hilariously convoluted, because there's Namer, easy to remember, that's the lowest one. Then there's Factol, factotum, factotum, and I think that it's nonsense is the point. He was a member of the governors. He lived on site.
Oh, did he? Okay.
And
Yeah.
they're also, like, suspecting the
So-
sensates.
Should we go back to the cleric's ward and hit up a tavern and ask around a little bit?
That
See
might
if
be
we
a
can
good-
find some sense, perhaps.
Yeah.
We're getting a little loose-lipped.
Yeah, if you want. So,
Oh, but what do you want?
you are in a head
I
back to
didn't
the
spend
clerk's
all
ward.
my money.
Yeah, you should have had a little bit left over, but also, I think, as mentioned, Mayrain has a pretty handy way of acquiring money.
A secret hack.
A secret hack.
Yeah. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Secret
surprise
strategy.
Doctors hate her.
Doctors hate her. So, you eventually find your way to a little hole-in-the-wall bar that caters to all types in the clerk ward. It's called the Goblin and Rat. It is currently located kind of sandwiched between a shrine to Seluna and to... What's it? God. Sandwiched next to a shrine of Seluna. The street outside is strewn with just kind of people fucking everywhere. However, this tiny little place is just kind of seems to be mostly forgotten. As you walk inside, you see that it is dark, dingy, and there are a few people of various factions who are just nursing their drinks and generally having a quiet time. There is a willowy human man behind the bar. Welcome in.
You guys find us a table. I'm gonna get us some drinks real quick.
There's one over there.
All right, you all find a table.
While they look for a table, I look for someone to rob again.
Son of a bitch. So make a perception check for
You got it.
finding a mark.
Let's see. I
Hi,
got
Mark.
a. That is a natural 20 for a 23.
So I'm going to tell you actually, you rolled so well, you kind of realize that this is... The people in here seem pretty crafty, and you don't... While there are a few people here who you probably could pickpocket something off of, you get the sense that it might not be a good idea. This appears to be a bit of a hideout for thieves.
Alright. Well, I just walk up to the bar and I get 4 drinks then.
Alright? So the man will pour you anything in particular you want, or you just get whatever.
Is there any fancy drinks?
As you look over the menu, you see that this is a pretty simple place, and on the menu there's ale, wine, but there is one special cocktail which is like noted on the menu and it had a cursive flourish, called Rat's Blood.
Ooh.
What's in a rat's blood?
Oh, you're interested in the house drink? Well, a Rat's Blood has vodka, grenadine, and just a little hint of something special.
That being.
He leans in close. You see, what I want to tell you is that I can't tell you, but what I'm gonna tell you, pomegranate seeds.
Whoa. They look like little droplets of blood.
They look like little bits of blood, and they have more blood bits in them.
They have more blood bits in them?
You're
I
asking
want
me
the
to come
blood
up
bits.
with a drink off the top of my head. I'm not that good at this.
Okay. Message received. I'll take 4, please.
Alright, so he pours you out 4 things. He doesn't do any mixing, he just kind of goes over to what appears to be a keg, turns the handle, and there's just what appear to be 4 jars of kind of deep red but fluid pour into the cups. It's a bit too clear to be literally blood, but you can see floating in it are little like bobs of particulate matter. The pulp.
Pulp.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take a cup.
Yeah.
Yep, I carry them back over to our table.
All right. So you set them down, and yeah. So what do you want to talk about? What do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna get mine with extra pulp next time.
Pulp is good.
All pulp,
Yeah.
no juice.
I'm pretty much liking it.
Yeah, as you take a sip, it is a strong drink. Though the grenadine provides a hint of sweetness, it does kind of feel a little bit like you just drank, like rubbing alcohol that I put a little, like, split the packet in.
Yeah, vodka and grenadine is kind of a harsh mix without anything to thin it down.
I know nothing about alcohol, so I'm just gonna take what you get.
Yeah, it's just never clear with red food coloring in it. What did I tell you?
And a Splenda
Yeah.
packet.
Split the packet.
And some pulp.
The pulp is just
Fruit pulp.
yeah, fruit pulp. Got some gristle.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a full cup of drink, presumably it's like a glass of vodka and like, I don't know, like a tablespoon or two of this syrupy grenadine.
I imagine it'd be thinned
Like-
out probably with like water or something. So it's not like
Okay.
literally just handed you a full cup of vodka.
So the vibe I'm
Yeah.
getting is that this is not the nicest bar.
Oh
in the
no,
Clerks
you
Ward.
have entered a dive.
Okay.
Thieves don't hang out in the nicest bars. At least not the street thieves.
But you also know that
You're gonna
the
be an
clerics-
advanced kind of thief where they could call it something else.
You also know that the Clerks Ward is not really where most of the drinking happens. Like, typically people will head over to either the market wards, or they'll head over to the Hive if they don't want to pay anything, or the Ladies Ward has some residential areas that have restaurants and whatnot.
Ladies.
Ladies.
So, our not client's not the right word because we're not working. For him. The guy who got robbed.
Uh-huh.
What's his name again?
Grayson Andrus. Do you want me to put that in the chat?
That would probably help. Grayson Andrews. I'm gonna write that down.
Oh yeah, should I share my notes document I've started?
Yeah, I think that'd be great if we could all work on notes. I mean, I will not be
Okay.
working on notes, but
1 second.
I already have
very
my
much
notes.
in it, but can't hurt. Could you remind me about the Sensates?
So,
What their kind of deal is?
the deal with the Sensates is that they are the faction that is interested in, well, it sounds obvious, but sensation, experience. They are, let me see if I can find on, I'm pulling up the 5e, like, wiki to give you a better, like, one that I'm not coming up with off the cuff.
Okay, how
Um,
close to the Cenobites are they then? Those people were pretty sensational.
They're not, I would not say they're quite Cenobite, but they're
Okay.
the closest to the Cenobites, certainly, of the factions.
Okay, a mysterious box and obsessed with sensation kind of steered my thought in that direction.
You're like for the Fire Lambent configuration.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out this is a Hellraiser spinoff. So, the Sensates were one of the 15 factions of Sigil. They believed the only validation of existence was that which could be experienced by the senses. To attain a form of collective alignment, they sought to experience as much of the multiverse in this manner as they could. And here's a quote. The multiverse beckons with too many fingers, a bittersweet agony. No mortal being can ever know truly a fraction of his immeasurable treasures, but we, in the Society of Sensations, have sworn our lives to the attempt. So you know that they are located primarily in the Civic Fest Hall in Sigil, which is in the Clerks Ward.
So they're perverts. Got it.
kind of.
They're
It's
not
a
just
little.
perverts. That's an oversimplification.
No, it is.
They're more than that.
I wouldn't say they're not perverts, but they're definitely more than perverts.
I
Yeah,
know.
they like other stuff too.
I know you're kidding, but you're not entirely wrong. There's just like some.
They're advanced.
They have like upgraded their being perverts to the highest degree. They are the most interested in experiences, and a lot of people take that to be like they are exclusively like hedonists, like they just want to fuck everything that moves and eat every life condition. It's like, but they also they consider experience to be broader than that, and bad experiences are included in their vibe.
Oh, cool.
So they've got a lot of shit going on. I think they are probably my favorite faction.
Interesting.
Oh, JJ, please. Oh
Awesome.
My God.
They're
That's
described
righteous.
pervert plus cactus fucking. Listen, they would do cactus fucking, perhaps.
If that's what it takes.
If that's what it
Yeah,
fucking
just
takes.
so they can have the experience of cactus fucking.
Yeah,
I just wanted to know what it felt like.
I think one thing that needs to be stated, if for those who are not as familiar with Planescape, is all the factions are kind of nuts. Like, there's
Babe, it's not about the cactus.
like it's not none of the, there are some that seem more normal, which I'd say the Society of Sensation is not on the most normal, but they're not as nuts as some of them yet. But essentially all the factions in Planescape are trying to solve the problem of like the human condition by being fundamentally bonkers.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
why
I've mentioned.
it's why I love Planescape. It is a deeply existential setting that is also butt nuts. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say mine are always gonna be the Bleak Cabal. I've always really liked them.
oh, the Bleak Cabal are
And their
great.
philosophy.
Because they're not just do-gooders, they're very depressed.
Yeah.
So, do we start asking around about Grayson, you think?
We should.
Alright, so... everyone make a...
Also, we should maybe go break into his house.
One step at a time.
That's a good one. I think that's a fun direction to go. But let's work on here first, yeah.
Alright.
So, you all... everyone make a, persuasion check. Like, a collective one, and just average it out.
Okay.
Persuasion.
I
Got a good persuasion.
You got good persuasion, everybody. Rolls an
Well,
8.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, I rolled a 1, and I have a +7, but yes, that is in fact it.
That's... You've been rolling in extremes today
Yep.
a little bit.
Yeah, I really have. I've made 3 rolls, and it was a 1, a 20, and a 1.
So you ask around, you know that Grayson is like known as one of the bigger factals for the Fraternity of Order. In particular, in this bar, the Rat's Blood, Goblin and Rat Blood, people seem a little bit. They don't like him too much. But you have a sense that that is mostly just because he's on the side of the law, and they have been arrested before. So they're gonna be like, oh, some guy from the Fraternity of Order? Fuck those people, I hate them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, I'm with them.
I imagine Mayrain is not a fan
Yeah.
of the Fraternity of Order either.
Everyone is level 5 on Post Gamer. So...
Yep.
Probably should have mentioned that, but it's fine.
Think-
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Wage. No, I think that was it. I tried to just work that into the conversation. I know I already rolled. I won't try to change that or anything.
Did you say that again? You were cutting in and out for a minute.
Oh, odd. Sorry. I just try to flavor the conversation a bit like that. Like, hey, did you hear this guy got what's coming to him? He got stuff stolen from him.
When you say that in particular, they seem like, haha, glad the bastard got what's coming, but no one seemed to be aware of it.
Yeah, fuck
Is
that
something
guy.
you notice. People, everyone is like, just like, yeah, he's a guy. I don't know what. Yeah. So there doesn't appear to be. There's almost a suspicious lack of direct information on what's happened lately.
And this guy's not dead or anything. He just got robbed, right?
You have not seen the man. That is what you were told, that he got robbed.
Okay. So, yeah, let's go to his house and talk to him, and if he's not there, I'll break in.
So yeah, you head
fair deal.
back to the...
I'm sure we'll learn something about him there.
You head back to the city court. So this is, he is one of the factals, and he lives on site. You know, he's one of the major magisters. You, as you were trying to waltz in, are stopped by one of the guards, who just kind of holds out his hand as you try to walk past. Oh,
hey,
can I help you?
Yeah, we're doing a job for the my mind is just blank. Fucking Fraternity of Order.
Oh, are you now? I heard about you. What do you want?
Just needed to talk to Grayson, you know, find out a little bit more about what happened.
He's indisposed right now.
Indisposed how? This is pretty important. We're trying to recover his property.
He is in talks with the other factals.
Well...
Could we wait in his sitting room or something?
Yeah. Leave a message.
I can take a message if you wish.
Well, just tell him that some cutters need to speak to him about his missing property.
As you like. And he motions to one of the other guards, who comes over, whispers something in his ear, and then walks off. The other guard is going to stay with you.
Okay.
Snowball starts playing with a string game while waiting.
I have to pee.
Alright.
Mayrin says this.
The guard says, okay, there's shitters over there.
Where's the ladies' room?
Over there. And he gestures to a room off the side of the foyer.
Okay, I head in there real quick. I check my pockets to make sure Bust is in there like he's supposed to be.
He sure is.
Alright, I slip into the bathroom and I pull Puss out and I have him turn from his toad form into his quasit.
So he pops out. It's like,
Yes! It was so crowded in there.
I
We need
know.
to get me a better pocket.
Look, as soon as we get paid for this job, I'll get you the best pocket money you can buy, okay, buddy? But I
I'm
have
so
something I need you to
excited.
do.
What does Master wish me to do? Are we robbing? Killing?
Spying?
Spying? Alright, well, it's better than nothing. It's better than the pocket, at least.
It's better than the pocket, for sure. Okay, so I need you to turn invisible for me.
Alright, and?
So do I know where they might be having these meetings at, or where he might live by any chance?
so when you were back there, earlier, you saw that, you were essentially, you were in the meeting quarters earlier, more or less.
So when we met with the guy who gave us the job, that's the general area?
Yeah, that would be the general area.
Perfect. I give Puss directions on how to make it there invisibly.
Yes. On my way, mistress.
And would Puss call you mistress?
Probably.
And
Sick.
Puss just kind of poof vanishes, and you hear skittering little footprints heading out of the bathroom.
And since Puss is actually a familiar, I'm going to use the find familiar ability to see and hear through his eyes. So I sit down and make sure the stall door is locked, and sit there and look through Puss's eyes.
All right, sounds good. So, Puss follows your directions very well. And hold on a second, I need to double check rules for stealth while invisible. since I'm trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna roll stealth checks.
And I think, let me double check Find Familiar real quick. Oh. As long as he's within 100 feet of me, I can telepathically communicate with him.
Alright. So I think I'll just make the checks easier since you can't be seen.
Okay.
So you are able to, watching through Puss's eyes, Puss scampers up a winding staircase and is on the second floor of the courthouse. So you are able to follow pretty quickly, and as he scurries, you can see that he passes the guard who was taking your message. Is the handle metal? Handle the sorry, in sidetrack. As you are heading by, you eventually find yourself in the area where the meeting hall was, specifically the one with Tonsert Liverbot, where you met with him. So, Puss is going to await for instructions.
So
he's still within range.
He's still within range. He's arrived at the area where we met with Tonsert.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like is this like a hallway with multiple doors, or is he in the actual office?
This is a hallway with multiple doors.
Okay.
Also, I just sent the guy's name, because I did not, in fact, share it earlier.
I want Puss to start going up to doors and start listening.
All right. This first one, the office you were in. Could Puss make me a check for listening? Like perception check?
Would you like just perception? He's got a +0 to wisdom. Here we go.
Here's neither jack nor shit.
Nope. That was a 12.
All right. How about you just rapid fire me like 3 more of those?
Okay. That's an 11, a 7, and a 17.
So, in all the rooms you have checked, the meeting rooms appear to be unoccupied at the moment. You don't hear anybody.
And all of them? How many? Like, is that pretty much all of them at this point? After 4 of them?
Yes.
Interesting.
There might be other
Okay,
places. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was saying, like, you don't know if this is the only place where this could happen, but there's nothing here.
Okay, I tell Puss to meet me back downstairs. And then I end the sight and hearing thing, and I wait for Puss to show back up.
Yeah. So as this happens, the other guard is going to return to the group. Well, wasn't there 4 of you? Boss.
Our
She's
buddy.
She's in the bathroom. Is she
Yeah.
now?
She takes a while sometimes.
Yeah. I don't judge people for taking the bathroom as long as they need.
Well, as you say. So, here's what I have for you. I relayed your information to Grayson. However, he wanted me to tell you that he is indisposed for the time being, and that the information you have been provided with should be enough for you to continue to begin your mission.
What? But... So we just start with the Sun Saints? He doesn't know who robbed him?
Apparently, we're told who is thought to have done this.
Sure.
Right, but the Sensates are... Oh, wait, no. Wait, we do have a name. I'm stupid.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, we did.
Listen, I have I have
Yeah.
8 intelligence,
I just sent it in
and
chat.
the player character
Vox
has
LA.
6 intelligence right now.
Yeah.
So
So the guard is going to lean in a little bit. Others. I was told that you were people of some discretion. I would like to remind you that you need to be discreet.
yes. Apologies.
Whatever your friend is doing in the bathroom, I suggest she knock it off.
Pissing.
So at this point, Puss is going
First of all, she's being discreet about it.
Puss returns to Mayrain.
Alright, Frog or Toad, Toad or Centipede, buddy?
Can't I just stay outside?
No!
But I don't like the
We're an
fire.
incognito operation. Do you want to go in the lamp?
I don't want to own the lamp.
It's pocket or lamp, and it's Centipede or Toad.
I'll be a toad and put me in the pocket.
Alright. He turns into a toad, I scoop him up, and I stick him in my coat pocket.
Alright, you have achieved
Toad in the pocket.
Puss. Toad in the pocket. It's my new it's my
One of the
favorite
many named
breakfast
egg
dish.
bread. Yeah.
Alright, so
Alright, rush back out to the lobby or wherever everyone else is at.
alright, the yard, as you rush out, gives you a bit of a look, but shrugs. Well, as I was telling your friends, you have enough to go on. You don't need to be poking your noses around here.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no important details here. We'll see you later. Bye.
None that you need to be aware of. And,
Ugh.
alright, so, what are you doing now?
Well, does anyone else have any ideas? I guess we could go do the same thing with the, other
We need to
person's
look
name.
for, we need to look for Vox.
Yeah. And
Couldn't
Vox,
hurt.
this person works for the... can't remember. I'm having a hard time
She is a
remembering
sensei.
names. Sensei, yes.
Sensate.
So, where are they headquartered at?
Their headquarters are the Civic Fest Hall in the Clerk's Ward, and it's actually pretty close to here, like, this is it.
Okay. And is Vox a high-ranking member of the Sensates?
You don't really know, but you know she is a sensate.
Okay. So, they're wanting us to be discreet about this, right, gang? Right, fellas?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said.
Well, so what if we find this Vox person's place and we just break into that?
That's not being discreet, though.
It's discreet if they're not there.
So you want
It
us
is discreet if they don't know we did it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, if we can't just run around asking about this guy if they want us to keep this on the down low.
be fair. I mean, fair, but like, I keep on forgetting to do Snowball voice. I'm sorry.
It's
I
fine.
mean, fair, but like, you know, the guard noticed you were in the bathroom so long.
I think they were
That's not
suspicious
discreet.
before that.
But yeah, I mean, the fraternity's clearly up to something. That's not any of my business. I'm just here to get paid.
They said there was a lot on a need-to-know basis. And I figure that means there's a lot we don't need to know. But that also makes this a little difficult.
If someone else has another plan, I'm all ears.
Well, I'm not exactly the plan guy. I'm the record guy, so call me in when you need something smashed.
Alright, let's go break into a house then, huh?
So you're
We're
heading
not. No, we're not going to commit murder. We're not murder hobos
Murder.
yet.
Yeah.
murder. All right, so you're
Okay.
heading to the Clerk's Ward to the Fest Hall District.
That sounds good to me.
All right,
Does
I have a
everyone
map.
concur? Yay!
So this is the first one that has a proper map.
We're
So,
That's how
finally
you know
doing
we've been
something you
fucking
expected
around.
us
Yeah.
to.
Exactly.
listen, I'm so okay with you fucking around is the thing. So, as you can see, you enter the Civic Fest Hall District. And where's my fucking document?
Where's our tokens?
I will put them in just a second. Give me a minute. So as you enter
And
the
are we
court-
supposed to be seeing
Will
everything?
you shut up for just a second? Sorry, that was
Sorry.
overly harsh, but I was trying to talk.
Jeez.
Sorry, that was way too aggro, but...
Sheesh.
Alright, as you enter the clerk's ward, the hustle and bustle of sigil reduces from a frenzied roar to a low rumble. You pass between buildings that are still pristine, the razor vine that has been plating the hive and the lower ward cut down to the quick. Crowds are diverse, from stuffy bureaucrats and thick rise rows to entertainers and mummers howlers performing on street corners. This is the district that's home to the Civic Fest Hall, the headquarters of the Society of Sensation. So, as you can see, there are locations in here, most of which are named, or some of which are named. If they are named, you can go to them. That is essentially the rule. So, I will drop all of your tokens just kind of in the corner of the map. As you can see, it's a big map.
Damn, you weren't kidding.
That is a map.
You are on essentially a big city block area.
Alright.
So,
Is this thing in the middle with all the green, like kind of a big topiary thing?
yeah, it's just a garden.
Alright, I admire that for a minute as we walk by.
It's quite nice. It is currently being upkept by these floating little guys who have these large heads, kind of gnarled, pointy ears, and wispy white hair. They float about 6 inches off the ground and are currently trimming the plants. You know
Give
these
them
to
a
be...
little nod.
They do not respond. You know these to be Davises, which are the servants of the Lady of the Pain, which are essentially like the municipal caretakers of the city.
Nice.
I know you can't see the whole map. I'm gonna scroll when there's stuff you need to see. So,
Vox lives in the Civic Fest Hall?
no, Vox lives in the Temple District, I thought. In Temple. Oh, sorry, that's Mayrain. That is... You don't know if she lives there, but you know that is the place to start if you wish to get information on her.
Okay. I have an idea, but I don't want to dominate any more than I already have. But I do have Actor and Mask of Many Faces. So if I watch someone for a minute, I have advantage on emulating them, and I can also disguise myself as a person. So if we're careful about this, I could disguise myself as someone who works here and sneak in and see if we can find any information.
Sounds like a
But
plan.
if someone wants to be a
That's
little
just
bit
great.
more, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is, less shady about this, I'm open to that.
What about the what are they called? Those weirdos with about the dead people, right? They come and knock in doors, asking if they would like donate bodies. What if we like pretended we're
Dusters?
one of them? Yes, the Dusters. Thank you. What if we like pretended we're one of them, and like, you know, we ask, hey, where's like this Fox person? So we can scratch them off, scratch her off the list of people to collect her body. And then you can
we can
sneak in.
try it.
And then you can like watch her, right?
Oh, you want to get Vox down here?
Be good.
Yeah, and then you can watch her, and then once she leaves the house, well, first we'll ask
Sneak into
people.
the fest hall as Vox?
Yeah.
Okay,
Be a big play.
could be. I'm open to that.
What about you, Weldon?
I'm up for it.
All right, sweet.
All right.
I mean, that's up to you.
Who's got the next best charisma compared to me?
Me.
I have
+4.
11.
I have +4.
Okay, so me and Jalid have a +4. So I could use my disguise kit to dress Jalid up like a duster, and then
That'd be funny.
yeah, you guys want to do that?
I mean, yeah, because he already looks the part.
Sing.
What do the Dusters believe? Are they the nihilists? They don't think anything can ever happen again, or whatever?
They're the ones that believe that that death is the ultimate goal, but not just death, true death. Because if you die in Planescape, or in D&D in general, there's usually some sort of afterlife, some sort of reincarnation. They think you should just be dead. So the way you should get dead fully is that you have to act dead in real life. So acting very kind of detached. Corpse-like is possible.
Nice. They think if you die in D&D, you die in real life, perhaps?
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay. I think I can pretend to be detached. I knew a lot of monks, ascetics.
I don't know, it's a big ass, Jala. Do you think you can pull it off? Give us your best Duster impersonation, buddy.
We'd like your body. It's not a big deal if you don't want to.
Alright. I think you've got the role. It's yours.
Alright, so now we gotta ask people where Vox Borelli is. Because, you know, you're the gentleman that wants to ask if she wants to donate her body for the cause.
Alright.
You've got to keep her talking for a minute or two, so I can really get her mannerisms down. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow behind and try and not be noticed. Also, I open up my disguise kit and throw a bunch of gray makeup all over Charlotte.
Yeah, he is, after your beautiful, beautiful disguise work, he looks kind of washed out, sooty, and he is wearing just kind of these drabby brown robes that you just piece together out of burlap.
Yeah, I just go over to this one of these market stalls or whatever these are over here and just grab some cloth off of them and just drape it around him.
Yeah, so he's set up. So are you heading to the Civic Fest Hall?
Yes.
Alright. So, I am going to swap some stuff around because going in there, I have A, a map for the place. B, I have some music that's different. Give me a second.
It's not Murder Hobo, I promise. Also, yes, William has to observe the living creature for like a minute-ish.
Alright, I'm going to drag you to the Clerk's Civic Fest Hall, floor 1. So, as you enter, you see, the first thing about the inside of the Civic Fest Hall is that it is opulent. It is a miasma of color, sound, and smells. Everywhere you look, you notice something new. Flanking the room are two statues of a human man in two aspects, a warrior and a poet. Jalad, could you make a history check?
Sure. Let's see. We've got a 15.
You know this man to be Ren, who is the founder of the Sunsets and the bard who first invented the Sensory Stones, a magical artifact that allows you to view the experiences of others. Also, yeah, you're not in this room, so you can't see it.
Damn.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know you
only.
Well, it's just that their tokens aren't in there, so their vision's not turned on for this room.
Got it.
Cool.
So, you see that there's a crowd of people milling about, and a few cutters dressed in the blue of the sensates, who are sort of just watching the crowds.
Okay.
Real quick, I want to use Mask of Many Faces to cast Disguise Self and make myself look like just a low-level sensei.
Alright, you just look like some random fuck. you are similarly wearing the sensate blue and the badge that is, you know, you just had like a faceless nobody who's a namer.
Perfect.
All right.
Where do you think we should check first?
Is there like a desk?
There's not a desk per se, but you can see that there are some guards around, and there is a door to the far side of the room.
Alright,
Maybe you should ask a guard if you can speak to her.
I'll try that first.
Okay.
So you walk to one of the guards. You see that as he looks at you, he kind of appraises you and gives you just a subtle bow. Greetings, Elder. Welcome to the Civic Fest Hall. You are free to wander the first floor at your leisure, but access to the Hall of Sensation and the sensory orbs will require a donation.
I see. Do you know where I might find Vox Bordelrie?
Well, might I ask why?
Just a simple inquiry. A matter of just easy business, I believe.
Is Miss Bordelrie familiar with you?
Not me, but my associate over there, I believe, yes.
I suppose he is referring to you, and he gestures to Mayrain.
Oh, yes.
I don't think I recognize you. Might I ask what your business is with the Factol?
I didn't prepare for this. She's a family friend.
He make a deception check.
Okay, I'm also pretty good at this.
All right.
That's a 20, unnatural.
Give me a second. He is going to make a testing insight check. So.
Supernatural.
Yes!
Beefs it hard.
That's a 3, chat.
Well, I'm afraid that Miss Bordelrie has been out for some time. She might be on an errand. We're not quite sure. So I'm afraid I cannot fetch her for you.
That's so disappointing. Do you know how long she's been gone?
Last I heard, chant was that she's been gone for a good few days now. I assume she's on some errand to the plains. I certainly have not seen her around here.
I reach into my bag and I cast Minor Illusion. And I just create an illusion of like a box of like cookies. And I'm like, she's good friends with my mother and she baked these cookies and I was gonna bring them to her. Do you know where her room is? I could just go drop them off real quick.
I'm really sorry. The Factol's headquarters are off limits for namers. If you like, I can deliver them myself.
Oh, that's all right. I'd like to give it a little bit of a personal touch. Thank you for your time, though. What was your name?
Let's come up with a name real quick. Human name generator. Did not think this far ahead somehow. These are all fucking horrible names. I'm just gonna read a few of these out. The Zebra T.
Zebra T.
Zebra T.
Half.
Zebertini.
Tojad. Alright.
Tojad's not bad.
Tojad's not the
Tojad feels
worst.
like a real name.
My name's Anselm.
Anselm?
Anselm.
Anselm. Got it. All right. Thank you for your time, Anselm.
You're quite welcome.
I turn around and leave. I kind of give eyeballs to Shaled.
Alright, so you're leaving the Civic Fest Hall?
Yeah.
Alright, you are back in the Clerk's Ward. And you rejoin your companions.
Would you say that I spoke to Anselm?
Maybe we tried.
Yeah, I'd say you meet the criteria for that to disguise yourself as him.
Alright. Well, it would obviously be crazy to do it now, but we could
Have him deliver.
Yeah, that'd be nutty to just, like, right now.
Yeah.
There's a second one.
Let's come back after a shift change.
Yeah.
And you can deliver those cookies out.
We could also, somebody could run in and try and distract him, pull him away from his post, maybe?
I can cause some chaos.
Maybe. I think we've got a good in a couple of hours if we want to try something else.
Okay. Well, I'm down to kill some time. Is there a tavern around here?
You see how there are 3 locations other than the Civic Fest Hall with, like, titles?
Yes.
Those are the places that have stuff written for them. I'm just being transparent about how that works.
Okay.
You can go to any of them. Otherwise,
I
if
do
you
want to
want
go to the Curiosity.
If you
Yeah,
want
I
to,
kind of want to go check that out, too.
if you want to out of character, just go to a bar and kill some time. We could also do that. But those are the places that have stuff prepared.
What is the Iron Maiden?
That is a small little alleyway bar.
Okay. Let's go to the shop first, because I want to check that out, too. And then maybe we can go to the Iron Maiden.
Alright.
Unless somebody else has something they want to do.
So far we've been shopping twice and drinking twice.
Rock and roll.
To 2 people.
So you head to the Curiosity Shop,
Consistent.
which is built up on a plinth. As you enter, you see the Curiosity Shop is jammed into cramped quarters. The shop is filled with tables and shelves, and every table and shelf is filled to bursting with trinkets, baubles, and enough items that make your head spin. A wrinkled old man sits on a stool behind the counter, and he barely has room to move. As they see you, he just kind of... and he's just flipping through a newspaper. So, if you want to shop, the way this is working is I will roll on a chart. You can't look at the shop inventory. You have to essentially just poke around. So,
Poke around.
Can't look at the shop inventory without being driven to.
yeah, it's truly so much shit. So, you poke around, and the first thing you find is an empty jar with air holes poked into the top. It's just a mundane jar.
How big is it?
Yeah, jam jar.
Jam jar? I hold it up to my coat pocket. I pull open my coat pocket and hold it up. Is this better than the pocket pus? I say telepathically.
It comes with natural protection, but also I can't get out if I need to.
You're right, this is inconvenient for our scheming.
Yes. Listen, what I really want is to...
It's a good thing they cut those air holes, so that ghost might have suffocated.
See, if you just get a big hood, I can sit inside. That way I have some breathing room, it's less stuffy.
I mean, I do have a hood.
You could also just get a big coat with a big pocket.
Just a big pocket,
Just a big pocket. You know how the lining, if you cut out the inside of the pocket, the lining becomes a new pocket, you know?
I mean, I know, but I paid a lot for this coat, or I'm sure the fellow who originally owned it did. I don't want to go cut holes in it.
Alright, well, listen. I'm just saying, I'm an equal part of this adventure, and I wish to be treated with a measure of respect.
Do you want to try an outside pocket instead of the inside breast pocket?
Yes, that sounds nice.
Alright, I put him in the front coat pocket. Left-hand coat pocket.
You all see a toad peek its little head out of the breast pod.
Ooh, I can see things.
Is that better?
I do like this.
Alright.
Whoa.
I'm sure everybody's met Puss if we've been working together.
Wow,
for
this
a while.
place is filthy as hell.
It's rad, right?
So much shit.
It's at least cluttered.
Look, you just pulled a jar off a shelf. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's just an empty jar. How much is the jar?
It's just like 5 silver pieces. It's a jar. I mean,
I'll let someone else poke around for a little bit.
all right. Who wants to poke?
I'll poke.
All right. You pull out from the thing, a slip of paper, that says IOU Davin Hammerblight in Hurst, who apparently owns the owner of this note 3, count 'em, 3 suckling pigs.
Sure.
It's worth 15 gold.
I'm
I
not
hope this
interested.
hasn't been used yet.
I can't feed 3 pigs.
They're worth at least 30 gold if you put it all together. So if you really think about it, this is a steal. Anyone else want to poke?
Unless it's a
I'll
forgery.
poke around again.
Alright.
I close my eyes and spin around in a circle and open them in a random spot.
First, Mayrain pulls out a rabbit's foot on a keychain that has a small label that says Made in Chernobyl. It is a minor magic item that grants +1 AC versus tiny creatures. It costs 100 gold.
Oh, I don't have 100
Rabbits?
gold.
It's created by the Tim the Enchanter, if you will. But
Does it have a whiff of magic about it?
Okay.
it certainly
I've heard of
does.
him.
I'd like to try it.
Alright, first I'm gonna roll for Carl's. So you
Okay.
wheel around, let the tides of chaos guide you, and you find a dowsing rod worth 4 gold. It helps you find water.
That kind of makes sense for my method here. I pick it up and I point it. I see.
It just kind of idly just spins a little bit. You have no idea if it works.
I do believe we already have more than enough water.
This is true.
It's immediately pointing at the decanter.
You're
Yeah, it's like
Right.
there's water fighting in there. I found it, guys. I found the water.
If Snowball's interested in the
So
rabbit's foot,
first
I would-
crying is real in this setting.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I like to think this one is face for some
mine was
reason.
a shit post. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Go on.
Sorry, was it Casey? You said you wanted to poke, or was it? That's
No,
Sarah?
I'm good.
No, I want to poke.
All right, you find a pink apron with "Seasoned adventurers have a better taste" written on it in cursive.
Oh my god.
I
There's
want
also
it.
a little.
I want it so bad.
There's also a little
awesome.
like screen printed on wine glass, like fucking clip art ass. So it's worth 1 gold if you want it.
Awesome.
So if you want,
yeah, I'll take it.
all right, you now have this beautiful apron.
Nice. After enduring mustard gas and pepper spray.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it. You're a seasoned veteran after that.
I want to pretend to rub the rabbit's foot like on my coat, and then drop it into my pocket, and then mimic like I'm putting it back on the shelf.
All right, make a sleight of hand check.
Slight.
That's a 19 on a
Yeah.
roll of 5.
You, Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. This fuck is this old fuck is gonna make perception check, I guess, which is just D20. Yeah, you got it. It's yours now. You own it. So you now have the Lucky Rabbit's
Never
Foot of
published.
Chernobyl. Congratulations.
Awesome. And it gives me a +1 AC versus tiny creatures.
It's kind of a limited use case.
Yeah.
It really is, but it's 100 gold.
Yeah.
If you fight a rabbit, if you fight pus, if you fight
no.
a different toad,
Yeah. But only
Possibilities
in,
are endless.
Yeah. Alright, so
Turtle.
anything else you want to do in here?
I'm good.
Does it count for animate objects, tiny things?
It depends on how
Yeah, if
big
this
they are.
dowsing rod doesn't point me toward a different item, check out.
Alright, let's find you try and douse for an item. You find socks.
Douse for some socks.
You douse and
Alright,
find some
I buy
really-
some socks.
Alright, you're 5 silver poorer and 2 socks richer.
Hell yes.
Alright.
As long as they're decent socks, I'm not ever mad about some socks. Let's write that down. Very important. What AC are these socks?
Their AC is they're kind of warm and cozy on your tootsies.
Oh, nice.
Kind of warm and cozy.
They're all cozy.
Okay, I got that down. Excellent. We're all cozy now.
Nice.
Socks kind of warm and cozy. I love that.
Nice. Wait, I'm rolling to self.
Yeah, you roll. Yeah, you roll. I saw it, but it's like socks kind of warm and cozy. Beautiful. All right, so
I forgot to change it after I was testing.
with your bits and bobs, you are now. Yeah. If there's nothing else you want to do in the curiosity shop, you are free to leave. You are not.
How much
kept
time do you
there.
think we spent in there?
Like maybe 30 minutes.
Oh boy, we're so good at killing time.
Wow, it really flew. I was dowsing for what felt like ages.
To the bar then, fellas?
What's the... I kind of want to ask the shopkeep about something, but I don't know what to actually ask. I think I'm just...
We could ask about Vox.
Let's go on. We could. Or we could ask about the box. But
Fox
that's not
or
very
the box.
discreet of us.
It's certainly not.
Box.
Ooh, I've got an
Fuck.
idea for the Iron Maiden.
All right, so you're heading to the Iron Maiden. Is that kind of seems
All right.
what's happening?
Yeah.
So first, let me read out the.
I think we're gonna
description.
plan a little before we go there. It sounds like.
Or do you want to plan before you get there?
Okay.
What are we doing first?
What's your idea?
Well,
Sorry.
so I've done a lot of work for the Fated, so if I go in there and start throwing my weight around saying I'm here to collect a debt from her, we might be able to get some information. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
No.
At the very least.
Yeah, plus we're smearing her name, which is kind of cool.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah, it is. You're so right.
It kind of sick as
Like
fuck.
She's
not
in all
paying her
sorts of
taxes.
debt. What a fool.
All right. So you head to the Iron Maiden. Around an alley corner, you find what seems to be an odd sight. Chairs and tables have been set up beside a wall of a building, around which a few people are drinking from flagons. There also appears to be some sort of dice game going on at one of the tables with a few open chairs. However, there's no bartender in sight, just an Iron Maiden built into the wall. The cold black iron is stained and rusted, but you can see that it could be opened out into the alleyway. Besides the Iron Maiden is a plaque. Ale, 5 copper. Whiskey, 1 silver. Meat, 2 silver. Not in order.
Knock into order?
Yep, that's what it says.
Is there like a bucket to deposit money into?
Nope.
Interesting.
Coin.
How much was an ale?
5 copper.
Okay. I knock on the door and order an ale.
So, as you ask for the ale, the Iron Maiden swings open. You can see that there is just, inside of it, there's space. Also spice.
I toss 5 copper into it
It swings closed, and after about a minute, swings back open, and there is a moat of ale sitting on the floor of it.
Weird. There's just as much
Whoa.
time as I've spent in this
I
city.
was
it never
beginning to
got
think nothing would
surprised me.
happen.
So,
I grabbed the ale.
yeah, you have an ale now.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, one of the people who's answering is like, yeah, it's just like
It
that.
took a whole minute or something, right?
Well, they had to pour the drink. Yeah, you can
I'll
order
order an
one
ale.
if you want.
Wait a minute for it.
All right, you order another ale, and after a minute, you have an ale in your hands.
Wow.
The ale is kind of rough tasting. It's strong and a little bit bitter, but it's not bad. It's clearly cheap, but it's not the worst booze you've ever had. Presumably, I don't know your character's deal.
He's probably had some of the worst things anyone's ever consumed, to be honest.
It's certainly no more bracing than the fucking rat's blood content.
That'll
you
pass
had.
the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I guess I want to look around the bar for like anyone who's being chit-chatty and generally open to conversation, I guess.
Most people are just kind of quietly drinking. Probably the most chit-chatty table is the one where they're playing a game.
Okay. Do the Faded have like badges, for lack of a better
Ooh,
term?
the dice game you mentioned?
Yeah, the dice game I mentioned. All the factions, you all have a faction badge.
Fuck yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, there is a dice game
yeah.
going on. That
Nothing more official than my anarchist badge.
I have a badge of a tax collecting organization, so I walk up and sit
You
down in the
can't
game.
draw the anarchist symbol. Wrong.
Ah. Well,
Yeah, can I play the dice game inside of the dice game?
yeah, here to play, we're playing Verdian's dice.
How do you play that?
So, let me share the handout with you that has the rules on it.
Game handout.
So, is a game played with 20-sided dice in many backroom gambling halls and casinos. Each player is playing against the house by making bets on the result of the dice. For this game, the minimum buy-on is 10 gold, but more is allowed. Each player chooses one of two options. Make bets on up to 5 individual numbers, and each number will have its own bet, i.e. you can put 3 gold on 2, 4 on 7, and 1 on 18, or choose whether the result of the die will be odd or even. The dealer, which will be me, will then roll a d20. If the player chooses a specific number, they win triple their bet if the die lands on said face. If the player chose between even and odd, they will win 1.5 times their bet if the die lands on the correct face. The player loses otherwise. It is literally just roulette.
Okay, so it's roulette.
Yeah, it's like
Nice.
you can bet inside and outside. The original version of this, I actually added some more roulette rules, such as clarifying on how betting inside works a little bit. But it wouldn't be hard to be betting inside since there's not an inside of the table. I'm not in on a side tangent about how roulette works. The point is you can play if you want. Buy-in is 10
I'll
gold.
play.
Alright, so you put 10 gold up. You don't have to bet all of it
Anyone
on
else?
any individual hand.
I'm not joining in. I'm just watching, like,
Play
very.
a round or two.
You know when your cat like just stares at you, does nothing but just stare at you. That's what Snowball is doing.
Well, then, you care to
I've
join
never
us?
rolled a bunch of dice in front of my cat.
Alright. So, before you start asking questions, how about let's just play a tester hand, essentially. This one will be for real money. So, the guy with the dice calls for your bets. So, how do you want
Okay.
to bet?
So I gotta spread 10 out between 5 numbers.
You don't have to use 10 each time. Essentially, it's like in poker, how you don't have to go all in every single time. That is just your pool.
Got it.
And I will accept like copper and silver bets.
Spreading my bet so that I don't make money no matter what happens.
Beautiful.
Actually, I think there are some situations where this does make money, but here's my 10 gold. I'm going for 3 on a 20, 3 on a nat 1, 2 on an even roll, and 2 on an odd roll.
Alright. So you're just going all in. 23 on 1.
I'm throwing a lot at the wall.
2. You
I'm gonna
do have to. I will tell you this: you do have to either vote in or out. You can't like do both the odds and evens and the inside. You have to pick one. So if you're wanting to bet inside, you can only bet inside. If you're betting on even or odd, that's all you can bet on.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have made that slightly more clear. It's neither or.
Let's go 5 on even then.
Alright. Alright. What about you, William?
I'm betting 2 on 8, 3 on 16, and 3 on even.
3 on 16. And what was that last
3
one?
on even, and 2 on 8.
Remember, you can't bet both the individual numbers or the even and odds. You have to pick, like, one type of bet.
I have to pick one?
Yeah, one type of bet.
One
Okay,
strategy.
I'll just do 3 on 16.
Alright, 3 on 16. That's fine. Alright. So, last call. Alright, let me roll a d20. It is a 10. So...
Oh, easy. Gambling is so easy.
William, you lose 3 gold.
Bummer.
Carl will get 7 gold and... essentially it's add another 2.5. So 2 gold, 5 silver to your total. Alright.
Now drinks are on me.
Alright. So. Are you doing anything else other than playing, or you just want to play another round?
Let's play another round real quick.
Alright.
Yep.
What's your bets?
Start the conversation in a second here.
I'll put 5 on even this time.
I am so glad you're playing my stupid dice game. I love putting
5 on even again as well.
I love putting games inside games. It's very funny. And when I was looking
I love a mini game.
And when I was looking up advice on games, like gambling games to do in taverns and such, people were generally saying, well, keep it simple. Just while like one dice roll decides, it's like, no, we're gonna do this complicated. All right, so we have 2 5s on even. Last call. All right. You both lose 5.
Damn it. I'm so good at gambling.
Gambling is impossible.
Good at gambling. All right.
So, I'll look around at the people at the table with it.
Alright. You've got a various amount of people. Some scribes. Generally, these people do appear to be just kind of on their time off. It's less seedy of a clientele than the goblin and rat was.
Okay. So, I'm sitting there and I'm like clacking my coins, like picking them up and dropping them kind of in a stack.
Yeah.
And then do any of you lot know of a Vox Burley? How do I pronounce that?
Borelli.
Borelli?
Yeah, Borelli.
Borelli.
Oh,
Any of you
no.
have heard of a Vox Borelli?
The game master will say, alright, what's it to you?
I pull out my faded badge and set it down, looking to collect the debt.
Listen, I'm not sure what you're wanting to get out of me, but...
I'm just trying to find her.
Well, in my experience, you've got to give a little to get a little.
I pull another 10 gold pieces out and add it to my stack of 3 and kind of slide it towards him.
Game's on hold, and he sets down his dice and kind of motions for you to follow him.
Okay. Jolly, do you want to come with?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna run the game while this guy was gone, but
You don't have to.
No, I'll come with you.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's
So
good.
he leads you around the corner of the alley into an area that's small. Listen. I hear a lot of talk down at the tables, so... But people drink there. I want you to understand what I'm saying to you is not guaranteed in any way.
Okay.
Nothing anyone says is.
Talk I heard is that people have been looking for one of the factors of the sensates. Coming around, asking about her. You're not the first, is my point. It seems
Interesting.
like, wherever she is, she's not at the Civic Festival.
Well, we knew that already.
Well, point being that I don't know what you're looking to find, but no one knows where she's gone.
So how long has she been missing? Have you heard any information on that?
First people came around about a week ago.
Did they work for someone?
Didn't say.
Were they with any factions? They didn't say.
Didn't say. They had badges covered. Trying to be all sneaky like. They looked like rough sort.
Okay.
Like, yes, some sort of mercenaries.
That's not good. All right. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, gotta aim to run.
Jala, do you got any questions you want to ask him?
I think we covered it.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time, sir.
Alright. I want to lose money and come back to my table.
I will keep that in mind.
Alright, so are you cashing out?
Yeah, I'm gonna cash out.
Alright, so our totals for May is lost 8 gold.
I actually lost 18 gold because I gave this
Oh,
motherfucker
sorry.
another 10 gold pieces.
That's a fair, but that's a business expense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jalid lost 2.5 gold.
I'm getting low on cash. I'm gonna have to find another mark.
Just keep stealing shit.
It's what I'm good at.
Alright, so you think at this point it's been about like an hour and a half since your initial business. It's starting to get into like early evening.
Is there a lot of crowds in this part of the city?
Yeah, there have been a lot of crowds around so far.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Well, first I want to meet up with the rest of the party.
Alright, you meet up with everything.
So we relay the information we learned about Fox real quick. What do you guys want to do next? Do we want to keep waiting?
Yeah, I haven't been watching, but I bet the guards will change shift at some point soon here as the evening gets in. There's probably a night watch.
Yeah, what time is it?
It is about, I'd say the real world equivalent would be about like 4:30ish.
Okay. So we still got a few hours before it even gets dark. I mean, you said we started at peak, right?
Yeah, which is noon.
Yeah. Okay. How far away from the Civic Hall is the Iron Maiden in terms of raw numbers?
Well, let's see. We have, thankfully,
We have a tool.
175 feet. Supposed to be it's that alleyway that, so if we want to be real specific, it's about 200 feet-ish. 250 to the door. But once you're inside, depending on where you are in the building, it'd be more like 190 is kind of like the smallest number you're gonna get.
Okay.
Too far for us.
Yeah. I'm gonna duck out into a back alley real quick and pull a Puss out of my pocket.
Yes, mistress.
Puss, do you want eyeballs?
Eyeballs. I love eyeballs.
Big juicy eyeballs.
Juicy
I'll
ones.
find you the biggest, juiciest eyeball I can find, but I need you to do something for me.
All right, what is it?
I I need you to be discreet. I know you don't have invisibility anymore, but I need you to go keep an eye out on the Civic Fest Hall and keep an eye out for the guard change. But you're going to be out of telepathic range. So you need to behave yourself and stay hidden. Come back into range as soon as you notice the guard shift.
Alright, go watch for the guards. I can do that. Puss is a very inquisitive boy. But
Don't be inquisitive or there's no eyeballs.
no eyeballs for inquisitive.
You stay
Just
put
watch
and you
those
watch.
watchmen.
Okay, listen. What kind of eyeballs are we talking here? But as you said, big and juicy. Are we talking nothing?
Hey, let's not
Aren't
get greedy
nothing too
now.
big?
But you said
It's
big
like
and
one
juicy,
giant
and Puss
eyeball.
wants big
Within
and juicy.
reason.
Within reason.
Like, I'm
reason,
talking
reason,
at least
reason.
humanoid.
Reason. Oh, base humanoid. Wow, I didn't. Who knew you were such a miser?
Eyeballs are expensive, Puss.
It's not expensive if you just take them from a corpse.
Well, if I find a corpse, you'll be the first to know.
Alright, well. Tell you what. You double my eyeball rations for a week.
Double? Come on now. Eyeballs are a sometimes food.
Sometimes food. We all live on the edge. I'm supposed to fighting. I just been eating worms. You know what it's like to subsist on worms?
I've seen you eat dog shit, Puss.
Okay, fine. You're such a bitch
Plus did
sometimes. I eat dog shit. Everyone eats dog shit sometimes. Don't be a dick about it.
No, not everybody eats. If you continue arguing with me, there's gonna be no eyeballs.
Ah, fine. If we have this damn
Two
pocket.
eyeballs.
2 eyeballs. Alright.
Cripple your head.
2 eyeballs if you behave.
Well, I've been feeling perhaps like a good boy recently.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
Daddy's gonna eat some eyeballs. Let me out of this damn pocket.
All right, I'll let him out of the pocket.
Alright.
It'd probably be best if he's in bat form.
Alright. So he changes to a bat.
He's like, I wanted to be a closet again, and flaps off.
Alright.
Oh, I gotta go
One
find the
name
damn
location.
I'm going to
sure
just
we'll
tell
come
you,
across
he is
some.
on this building. He's just kind of watching from over there.
eyeballs. That sounds good. And then I run back into the Iron Maiden and sit back down at the bar with everybody.
Alright. It is done.
Well, we've got a lookout waiting for the guard shift, so.
That's good. While we were drinking in here, I noticed that there's a named location we haven't been to. It's up in the top left corner. The brothel of slaking intellectual lusts.
That could be interesting. Oh, I have an idea. I want to run over to the Iron
It's
Maiden.
like a library.
You want to do what with the Iron Man?
I want to run over to the actual Iron Maiden in the building.
Alright. You are next to the
I
Iron
knock
Man.
on it.
Alright.
Eyeballs!
You see there's a pause. It swings open slowly and you hear a rasping voice. 5 gold.
Deal. I toss 5 gold in.
Alright, you toss 5 gold in, and after a bit, from within the building, there's a long pause. Several minutes pass until eventually you hear, "Wait, what? Ah!" And then the scream is suddenly cut off. After about another 2 minutes, the Iron Man swings back open, and inside of a shallow little dish, there are 2 eyeballs still wet.
Oh God. Okay. I grab like a cloth, like a napkin, and I wrap them up and stick them in my pocket.
No, you know that emoticon that's a frowny face made out of a capital D and a colon? That's me.
Me too. I like violence.
I
but
hope
this-
the scream came through on the mic.
It didn't
It
for me.
really didn't, unfortunately.
Oh no!
It didn't.
'Cause I was
It
like,
might
hopefully-
have on Twitch, though.
I think
We'll
it did
see.
on Twitch. We'll see later. It'll be good.
Yeah, I'm-
with the.
Oh my god. It's brutal. Oh, that is brutal.
Oh God. All right.
Plus complaints
So-
about these eyeballs, I'll strangle him.
You and me both, buddy. So are we just hanging out in the bar? Is that our plan until we wait for Puss's signal?
You could go to the brothel if you want.
Oh, that's right, the brothel. Yeah, let's
Which
do it.
Oh, the brothel.
it's not a sex brothel, so Twitch, don't get on my ass about this.
What?
On our way to the
There's like a
brothel, I do
non-
want to snag
there's
another
a
point
non-
first. I'm getting a little low on
I
cash.
thought all brothels are sex brothels.
Typically,
Like,
but this is not a normal. Listen, let's just read the thing.
Fantasy.
You'll experience it. You'll experience your curiosities will be sated.
Okay,
So, give me a second to swap the music.
it
Back over.
better be.
While we
Snowball's
walk over there, I do want to pick another pocket.
All right, once again, perception check.
Coin burst is getting a little light. That's a 17 on the perception check.
All right. So yeah, you find a mark. Make a sleight of hand check.
Excellent.
Mommy needs a new pair of eyeballs.
All right. Once again, we are going to
Oh,
give
that's
you.
a 17.
All right, 66. 25 gold.
Perfect.
Very scared of this not brothel. Listen, I think it'll be a fun place. This is a location from Planescape Torment that I just stole and adapted. And then found some guy on Reddit who did a write-up and used his work because I'm tired. There's only so much I can write.
Nothing wrong with that.
Alright, so give me just a second to scroll to the right place. So,
Oh, I have to go back into Ranger Plus, let them know we're going to the brothel, and then I run back across the courtyard to meet up with everybody.
Have fun!
I got your eyeballs. Behave yourself.
Ooh, I'll behave very well. Place is boring.
Two
Smells
fresh
like eggs.
squeezed eyeballs.
Don't say it like that.
alright, so as you enter the brothel, you are greeted by a gorgeous interior, which is built in the style of the Plane of Celestia. Cream white marble columns meet vaulted ceilings which glow with a radiant magical light. Tapestries in all colors hang from the walls, and everywhere you look there is a new scene to appreciate, a new facet to admire. All just wonderful. A woman approaches you. She is wearing a blue gown embroidered with gilt patterns, and her blonde hair is cascading down her shoulders. Sprouting from her back are two leathery wings, folded up neatly behind her shoulder. If you want, you can make an Arcana check.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Love making Arcana
17.
checks.
So you
I
know
love rolling dice.
this woman is a succubus, a Tenari creature who is blessed with unearthly abilities, with beauty, and they tend to want to tempt mortal souls back to the abyss.
It's not a sex thing.
She is, I do want to, pretty modestly dressed.
Can be tempted by all sorts of stuff.
Welcome, Cutters. I am Falls from Grace, and I welcome you to the brothel of slating intellectual lusts.
Wait, I'm sorry. That name. Her name is Falls
did I-
Grace. Like
Yeah.
Fall from Grace.
Oh,
Why'd I
yeah,
think it was intellectual curiosities?
it's lust. The word is lust.
Odd. Something's wrong with my brain.
I'd have assumed you were changing that for the purposes
Intellectual
of Twitch chat.
lust.
Yeah.
No, something happened to me.
Yeah, you hit your head.
I'm here from the Berenstein Bears reality, okay?
I see.
Don't worry too much about it.
I see. So, yeah. She has welcomed you in.
So what is this place?
This is my pride and joy. A place of debate, curiosity. This is not a place of physical pleasure. It is a place for satisfying the needs of the mind, for debate, for conversation, for perspective. We pride ourselves on being the most well-learned and well-landed establishment in the age.
Ma'am,
Yes?
are you asexual?
Asexual predator.
No!
That's quite rude to this poor woman who's literally just standing there.
I'm prejudiced against succubi. I don't know why.
No.
I believe that is not particularly relevant for the nature of this visit.
Oh, I mean, I'm just curious.
I mean,
because
I
you
will
read
not-
this.
I will not be
Well,
having sex with you if that is the question.
No. I'm not interested. I'm just curious, given that you made a brothel
down.
and you called it a brothel, but like, it's not for the, for the physical pleasures that you say, as you say,
There is mental
but rather,
pleasure, though.
for the
Intellectual
intellectual pleasures. So
Your mind
it must mean you have some sort of attraction to aesthetics.
Listen. Are you going to avail yourselves of our courtesans or not?
Why are we here again?
Killing
Pass
time.
the time.
I don't know
Past
why you're
time.
here.
I mean, sure, why not? I'm interested. Do I have to pay anything?
Yes. It will cost 500 gold.
Well,
It is a brothel, I guess.
Person?
You're not gonna tell my wife I was here, right?
I would
Just
not
kidding, I'm not married.
Emotionally cheating on your wife.
I have no interest in telling your wife anything.
Intellectually.
Intellectual cheating.
Unless she pays 500 gold.
Yes, then I would have interest in telling her things. But I would not. I am not a courtesan here.
Well, sure.
Well, not that it matters.
I meant
We
your
don't-
business.
I don't have the money.
We have some money. I have like 200 gold left.
We only have
We put our
159.
funds together and collectively hire an intellectual prostitute.
You don't have to hire anybody. I'm just saying it's here.
Is there a cheaper payment option?
I don't.
Is there like a
Do
bond
you have budget
package?
courtesans?
I'm just saying, what can I get for 20 gold?
You can eat a fun fact.
For 20 gold?
Yes.
That's a lot for a fun fact.
It-
Why don't I
Okay.
just go to like?
Sorry,
I
I'm
could
laughing
just
too
go
much
to
to
the
voice this woman. The fat will be
We
very
could
fun.
just go to the gym. Oh, we could just go to the.
There is a
gym with the-
gymnasium ward or something like that here.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
we
great
could go there
gymnasium.
and like ask them for fun facts. They're a bunch of gossips there. What's stopping them from telling me fun facts for free? I even get a workout out of it.
If you don't wish to
Anything
avail
will
yourselves
benefit
of our
me.
services, you are free to leave. This is not mandatory.
Oh, I'm leaving.
All right.
You charge too much. Who can afford
I'd like a
it?
20 gold fun
I for
fact.
one think it's a fair price.
Well, y'all have a nice day, I suppose.
Let the free
Well, I
market
wanted to hear
decide.
I wanted to hear the fun fact.
20 gold.
Solid. I thought you were gonna do that.
Yeah, I'll pay 20 gold.
All right, I want you to all know I am.
How fun is this fact?
I am oogling the phrase, the most fun fact, as I want to find the most fun fact.
Yes.
So,
Most fun fact.
you know, I'm just
The
gonna give you-
funnest
NASA will
fact.
tell you what time outside will look like Pluto in terms of like brightness.
So,
Like
okay.
at noon on Pluto, it's kind of dim, but still like you could read.
Okay, so I want to just preface
And
this.
NASA will tell you what
I'm gonna
time
give you
where
all of
you
the-
are is like that.
These are fun facts provided by the Eagles AI overview, and I think they're mostly bullshit.
Okay.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna give you
They
all
might not
of
even
them.
be facts.
Some of these-
They're hallucinations.
I think at least some of these are hallucinations. Australia is wider than the moon.
Yeah, it's...
Australia is almost 4,000 kilometers in
What?
diameter. The moon is
How wide is the moon? Hold on.
400 kilometers in diameter. So it's wider than the moon.
What's a moon?
Don't
Do
worry
we
about
have
it.
moons since the?
You've been to
in
places that
Israel?
have moons. You're aware of that concept. Honeybees.
Wait,
in-
is there moons in Israel?
Yeah, any fantasy setting that doesn't have a moon that's freaky, honestly, is a failure.
There's not a moon in Sigil, but there are moons in other planes that you may have been to. So you're aware of the
I don't know
concept
if I've
of
been
That's
to a
fine.
plane.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you your business. I'm gonna read more of these fun facts.
Alright, I'm gonna roll if I know what a moon is.
Honeybees can recognize human faces. Bats
Okay.
Whoa.
are the only flying
Oh.
mammals. Dolphins
I don't know what a bee is.
name each other. Tigers have striped skin, it's not just the fur. Cows have sacred status in India.
What's in India?
Laughing is
Yeah,
good
what
for
is
your
in
heart.
India?
It's on one of the planes.
We're getting a lot of bang for our buck.
A cloud weighs about 1 million tons.
They're really.
I'm not sure about that one.
I mean, water's kind of heavy, and there's a lot of water in a cloud. They're just
that's
huge.
True.
Don't clouds vary in size?
I'm so excited about this last one. Let me finish these,
Yeah.
please. Giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people.
Whoa!
That does check
Because they're
out.
so high off the
Alright,
ground.
this is my favorite fun
If
fact
I
of
was
the
that tall,
entire
I'd get hit
list.
by lightning way more.
So I'm going to tell you how these are oriented. They give you the fact in bold and then the details later, so I'm going to read both of these. Your brain is
Alright.
constantly eating itself. And the explanation is your brain is constantly eating itself.
What the hell? Hey, shut up. Just because you don't have a brain doesn't mean you have to be jealous. Hating ass.
lady has
What's
a brain.
Google's AI named? Bard?
This guy. Oh, AI, I hate you so much. Also, apparently,
I have
another fun fact.
about the moon.
Another fun fact is apparently a mile is 5,280 feet long. Fun! So much fun!
That is a fun fact. What? That's awesome.
Bruh.
Alright, anyway. So are you leaving the brothel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leaving the brothel. This was
Wait, I just
boring.
subtract 20 gold from my sheet.
Well,
One
if you weren't
second.
such fucking misers, you would've got to hang out with, what's one of these people? Nettie Nine Eyes. She has an ear to the ground. Or a sphinx
Where are
named
her eyes
Ursu.
pointed?
Upwards. At all times. So,
We
anyway.
can't afford this
An ear to the
brothel.
ground and an eye on the
500
sky.
gold.
Well, should have spent your money. Anyway.
An actual brothel is cheaper than that.
I mean, I don't think most brothels take payment in the old bullion.
That's where you're going.
So,
In the fantasy setting, they better.
yeah. So,
I have a fun fact about the moon. It's about as reflective as.
I did hear that.
It's
I have
not
a
as
fun fact
reflective as
about
what?
Alright, we invented the game, maybe.
It's about as reflective as concrete, like the sidewalk.
Mmm.
She's pretty.
Alright.
I have
But
a
that's
fun
a
fact about
really
the moon.
fun fact. She is.
My fun fact is I like the moon.
Yeah.
Alright.
My fun fact is that in Swana cultures, which is southwestern and Asian and North African regions, the moon is actually a guy.
Cool.
So anyway.
That's inappropriate. The moon is a woman. Sun can be any gender.
Anyway.
No, the sun is interesting.
Every
Can
other
we
celestial
move
body
on?
can be any gender.
Does not have a feminine
We play
marker
Dungeons and
in her
Dragons.
name.
Please,
But
let's
she-
play Dungeons and Dragons.
Shh,
See
Sarah,
her
quiet.
pronoun.
I'm trying to play Dungeons and Dragons. Anyway, so as you leave the brothel, Mayrain, you hear the telepathic screeching of, "Hey! Hey! 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 Hey!
Yes, us.
Oh, you're
Come in,
back!
us.
Yeah, they changed yards. Can I have those eyeballs now?"
Every chance I get.
Yes, get over here, buddy.
All right.
I got eyeballs for you.
He flaps over and lands in the palm of your hand as a little bat.
Perfect. Into the outside coat pocket, into the same pocket that I have the eyeballs.
Oh, fuck yeah. So he slithers in there, and you've seen this man eat eyeballs before. The way he does it is essentially he just swallows them whole like a snake.
Oh, that sucks so bad.
He's just full of eyeballs. Where's that image? It's like coconut
Just
crabs
pop
full
all
of
down.
Amelia Earhart. It's like that.
Oh, the fuck. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So anyway, so the odds have shifted. You can go into the Civic Fest Hall in disguise if you wish.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna disguise myself as... God, what was that guy's name? I wrote it down. Anselm.
Anselm, yeah.
Anselm.
Anselm.
Alright, you do.
How do I look?
You're an handsome young lad.
Okay, I minor illusion cookies, and I head into the
Cookie.
Civic Fest Hall.
Alright, so are y'all all entering with him? With her, I guess?
I don't know.
I don't know, because we weren't part of the original retrieval squad.
I'm gonna say you should exclusively, if there's there's stuff to do that's not exclusively quest related in the Civic Fest Hall, and it'd be kind of shitty if one person got to experience it.
Okay.
Okay.
Our
Yeah.
friend Anselm is escorting us.
Anselm.
Alright. So you enter the Civic
All
Fest Hall.
disguise ourselves as Anselm.
Yeah, you're just bunch of Anselms. Here, let me put you in the room. Give me a second.
One Anselm, not suspicious, the normal amount. 4 Anselms, something is awry. Something is afoot.
Yeah, alright, you all should see the room now.
Okay.
I do.
Alright?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you, as you're inside, yeah, the guards have shifted.
Okay, do I know where, like, quarters would be kept, usually?
You are not familiar with this building, no.
Shit. Can I look around to see, like, is there an obvious staircase somewhere?
There is a door through here. That is the only exit from this room other than where you just came from.
Okay, I'm going to confidently walk up to that door.
Alright. You walk up to the door.
Just headed up to Vox's room, be right back.
Alright, you open
Okay.
the door. And you can head forward into the next room if you wish.
Okay, door.
So,
Oh god.
This
Three
sim-
more doors.
this chamber serves as a crossing point between the wings of the building. 2 spiral staircases lead upwards, and every wall bears a door to a new location.
Okay.
Well, it's good that there's not guards in here. They would have blown our cover pretty quickly to look so confused.
I will
And
remind
how
you
many
that you
options there
were
are.
directly told the first floor is open to everybody.
Right.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Charisma
So-
guy. Okay, I don't have that intelligence.
Why? Where did everyone go? Ah.
Through the
Okay.
door. So, yeah, there's some staircases, there's some doors.
Which ones are the staircases are the round ones?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna head up the right staircase.
Alright. Give me a second to grab you all. This is a second map.
Second floor.
Oh,
Second floor.
floor
Immediately
2.
going to the off-limits area.
So,
It's off limits to you, maybe. I'm supposed to be up here.
you are all headed
That's true.
to a new location. Give me just a second. Hold on, I need to move you because you're over the title. So, you find yourselves as you exit the staircase into a long room with 16 niches in the walls. Each niche is covered with a silken drape, and inside the open ones you can see that there is a long couch and a glass orb atop a pedestal. The glass orbs glow into the non-earthly light, each a different radiant color. These are sensory stones, the pride and joy of the sensates. Each orb bears a different memory or an experience that can be accessed by the viewer, who will experience it as if they were happening to them. outside each room is a tag with a list into the category of memory and the order. So, as you walk up, a warrior across the room smiles at you. Ah, Anselm, I thought you were going out to dinner.
Just dropping off a package. Someone wanted delivered for Vox.
Oh, alright. Wait, why are you doing that?
Oh. They wanted to drop it off, and I offered to do it for them. It was some namer. I didn't catch her name.
Right, any chance that... is it, perishable?
Yes.
I would probably put it in the icebox. We don't know when she'll be back after all.
Great point. I walk down the right hallway.
Alright, so that's not where the icebox is.
Oh, sorry. It's been a long day. I turn around and walk left.
Wait, are you looking... also, not the icebox. Are you looking to use any of the sensory stones? We switched out our selection this morning. I believe your shift had already started if you wish to peruse what we have on offer.
You know what? I'd love to.
Alright, are these your friends?
No,
Yeah,
I
I was
have no
gonna
idea who
say,
these people
like-
are.
What?
Oh, my apologies. I assumed they were with you. Well, encounters, are you here to experience the wonders of the sensory stones?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Alright, well, we have an exciting amount of stones on offer. However, it will cost a small donation. Each viewing will cost a gold piece. Per viewer, naturally.
How much?
1 gold per viewing.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'd pass a gold piece.
Alright,
to the
well, you are welcome
warrior.
to take a look at what we have on offer today and whatever you find interesting. It's all open to you.
So there's like 8 sensories, right?
There are 16, but I will tell you 8 of which are occupied, so there are 8 you can view, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 1d8 and you choose the one.
Oh,
for
you
me.
just want to roll for it as opposed to being told what's in them? You can look at the tags. Alright.
Well, I mean, like, which one I'm
No.
gonna go look at first?
So, you see, you come to a tag that says, the death of Belfort Orbitan by soul drain via succubus, recorded by Belfort Orbitan.
Well,
Oh,
Belfort Gore went out living.
I'm gonna look at the other one.
Alright, if you want to roll another one, you can see. I can just keep feeding you random ones.
Now there's a sensation.
Alright.
Yeah, alright, roll again.
I think we know which one Snowball's gonna have to go to at this point.
No,
I will-
sometimes charm.
It is
Yeah,
not
double
sex,
dip it on
I will
Belphegor.
tell you. Alright, 4.
4.
Which
So,
is basically a 3. Come on now.
you,
Yeah,
These-
4 is just the next level of 3.
yeah.
4 is just an overweight 3.
You see a tag saying the slaying of the wind serpent Orochi. Yura Ashinoko.
I'll check this one.
Alright, so you're going to experience it?
Yes.
Alright, will your friends experience it with you? I suppose it doesn't matter, you're all in it. Here we do the narration.
Yeah, but like only Snowball's gonna
Yeah.
experience it, so
Alright.
like.
Alright, so you are in as you reach up, and as your hand approaches the orb, it's almost as if your vision swims a little bit. And when you touch the orb, everything fades away. Now, give me just a second. What are you doing with Minor Illusion?
I was just reading it real quick. My character sheet is very
Gotcha.
Sorry.
So, you are now standing behind a ballista, dressed in heavy armor with a great sword strapped to your back. You've been tasked with defending your village, your home, from the dread worm Orochi, a horrible beast with the power of the wind at its beck and call. It is a fight to the death as you and your comrades fire bolt after bolt into the beast's thick hide as it sets the world alight with unearthly blue flame. From up the ridge, a horn is blown and a cry is roused, a roar of righteous fury that courses through you like fire through your blood. As you let loose a bolt, it strikes true, connecting with the beast's throat. It spirals to the ground and it lands in a cloud of dust, and you leap forward from the palisade with your blade in hand. When the Scalds sing of this moment, they will sing of your fury, of the ferocity with which you did battle with the Dreadworm, cleaving hide, sinew, and bone as you held the line. They will not be able to capture the feeling of adrenaline as you leapt from the walls, the flush of blood that thundered through you. As your greatsword strikes true, there is a flash of light, and a gout of blood pouting around. The Dreadworm groans and struggles as to take a step forward before falling, his last breath a roar that shakes the very firmament. The memory fades as you cry out, hoisting your sword above your head. And you are brought back to reality.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was so sick, dude.
Fading back, it felt exceptionally real, but as it fades, it feels more and more foreign. It's a heady experience to use the sensory stones.
Oh my god. Wow. I feel like I hit that blunt, man. Oh my god.
It might take a second for your ego to reform.
Oh my god. That was cool. You should try it. LSD an hour ago, yeah. that was hard hitting. Oh.
It's just a touch loud. I did turn it up for that one. I'll keep that down.
I want to walk past this guy into the back room real quick.
Alright. So, you open the door, and there's a hallway behind you. There are 2 doors on either side and another spiral staircase in the far end.
Are these doors locked?
You have not. Do you want to try them?
Yeah, I'll try the first one. That's directly to my left.
All right, you open it. And...
I want to open it very slowly and carefully.
All right, make a stealth check.
Hell yes.
All right.
That's a 22.
All right. Let's see what am I checking his passive perception for? You were able to quietly open the door, and you see that inside this room is a long table surrounded by chairs. There's a blackboard on the wall and stains of mugs of tea on the table. It is currently empty.
This room?
Yeah.
Okay. Pull the door closed. Go to the one across the hall on the right.
All right, another stealth check.
Yep. That was only a 14.
All right. Sorry, I will check his. Alrighty. So you, it is essentially another meeting room. Nothing of interest.
Okay. I'll just check out the other 2 rooms real quick.
All right. Both these doors are locked.
Can I put my ear to the left-hand door and see if I hear anything?
Yes, you may.
Do you want a perception check?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You do not hear anything.
Interesting. Pus?
Oh, sorry. Listen, you know how sometimes you eat too much food and in a little bit like kind of state?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm full of eyeballs right now.
I hope you're not too full, because I need a centipede to slip underneath this door real quick.
Well, my stomach does shift with me, so I suppose. Fine.
And
Okay. I take a quick peek up and down the hallway to make sure there's nobody coming, and then I watch through Pus's eyes.
all right. You see inside. You are looking from essentially a floor perspective. But you can tell that this room is a mess. It looks like someone tossed it and has thrown books, clothes, blankets, everything to the floor as they searched for something. It's you would have Puss investigate, but beyond that,
No, I'm gonna go back to myself and I'm gonna pick this lock. I think this is what I've been looking for.
before we do, does anyone want to do another sensory stone?
I'm curious.
All right, do you want to roll dice for it, or you want to just pick one?
Give me a random one.
All right, roll a d8, please.
Somebody's gotta do 3.
I'm proud of that one.
No.
All right, 5.
What? I'm gonna do 3 at some point here.
All right, you're
Thank
more
you,
than
Carl.
welcome
You're a
to.
true hero.
So you find an afternoon in the Grand Market of Revelette, which in this one's been recorded by someone named Ray Rat.
Yeah, I'll donate a gold for that.
All right, so let me swap the music, and we'll all get in the mood. Or hold on just a second.
Yeah, one of these things you were playing made me think of Shine On You Crazy Diamond.
Really?
Very nebulous. I think it was this one that's playing now, actually, just earlier in it, maybe. I don't
Maybe.
remember.
All right, so. So as your vision fades, you find yourself walking through the Grand Market of Revelette. It is an oasis market built in the deserts of Baldur. Long, winding caravans of horned beasts have journeyed through the storms for days to be here. They've set up their wares in an open-air pavilion underneath the shaded trees. Before you is a palette of color, taste, and smell that you couldn't find anywhere else in the plains. Spices, both mundane and fantastical, have been arrayed in heaps and bags. Your nose burns as you pass a particularly pungent red powder. Ground pepper said to be spicy enough that your tears wouldn't dry for days. The sweet, floral, pink fruit, 7-sided, has been dried and made to be steeped into pale tea and is arrayed in a glass jar. The bitter green mash of medicinal herbs are freshly ground and fragrant. There is every color you can imagine here, all different tastes and smells. As you walk, you have a cup of tea pressed in your hands, and you sample the wares of a stall where the produce literally shines with an eerie phosphorescent. The tea itself glows too. The bitter taste is not altogether unpleasant. Eventually, as the day grows longer and longer, you wind your way through the market and find a small food stall where people have been gathered away from the sun, playing cards in a shaded tent. You join the game, taking a small cup of strong, sweet drinks from the girl taking orders. You while away the hours in a pleasant company, spending all your money on poor bets and orders of curried rice. By the time the night comes, it is cold. The market has begun to pull tight the curtains on their stalls. You wander your way to a stable and fall asleep in the hay next to some beast with 3 horns arrayed like a crown and eyes of deepest amber. As you fall asleep, the vision ends, and you are back in the Silverfest Hall.
Wow.
Yeah,
That one was nice.
That was
Some
beautiful.
good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to experience all these sensations.
listen, nothing would make me happier than you literally doing all 8 of them.
Oh, I mean, I'm willing to pay for another after.
Alright, so we're gonna do Williams then first. Let's hop back to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Alright, so, roll sleight of hand to pick the lock.
Hell yeah.
So, you were able to...
Again?
Um,
That's a 15 on a natural 1.
that still does it, is the funny thing. I don't think you technically could not have failed this lie. So, you,
They're just
unlock
making
the
them
door
too easy.
and slip into the room. Now with your own eyes, you can see that, yeah, it's trashed in here. So, what do you want to do?
I scoop Puss up real quick,
Right.
and then, God, I need to find. I want to look for any sign that this was Vox's room.
Alright, make an investigation check.
Okay.
You look
Jesus.
over the place, But
5, chat.
Yeah, you're not able to find anything.
5 on the second. Nat
On
one.
another
go.
natural one. Yeah.
Yeah, you're.
Okay, that's important to chat.
Damn.
Can I have Plus go in his closet form and help me?
Anomalous behavior.
Give me the help action so I can get advantage on this?
Sure.
Okay.
Alright. So
That's more like it.
that will do
21.
it. So, you're not making any headway until Puss decides to help you. As you, he helps you, he kind of stares.
What would you do without me, mistress?
So,
What would I do without you, indeed, Buzz?
So, as you are looking around, you eventually find a scrap of paper that is kind of jammed under the desk. You don't know why your eye catches this, but you see that it is a mark of payment torn out of a receipt book. It is 3 gold points to the Mouse's Den, which you recognize as a flop house in the hive.
What's a flop house?
Just like cheap housing.
Oh.
Essentially, imagine a shitty motel.
Okay.
Any
You're
other
hostile.
signs in this room that it may have belonged to like identify the like who it belongs to?
Yes, you're able to find some belongings of Vox that have her name monogrammed on them.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna step out of the room, take Puss back with me in toad form, and then head back down the hall.
Alright. Sounds good. So, do we want to do another vision while this is happening? Switch, we're just pinballing between A plot and B plot, which is silly, goofy things I prepared.
While you guys do that, I am gonna use the restroom real quick, but I will be listening.
Alright, sounds good.
Bang! Number 5, we already had it.
Oh wait, I already had that.
Number 4, we already had
I
it.
thought you were gonna do 3.
Yeah, eventually.
Alright, we'll get there.
I like
alright.
rolling dice. Okay. Well, let's say that I did 5 and 4, I guess, if that's the only number I can roll. 7.
Alright, so, 7. Give me a second to pull open my notes. Oh yeah, I moved them to another window. So, you see, the
1 second is
label
up.
is listening to the Holy Horse of Mount Celestia, Dorn Rontilda.
It was that section that just played, reminded me of that Pink Floyd song.
Gotcha. So yeah, do you want to do this one?
Or a small part of that 30-minute Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Is that the one you want? Is that the memory you want to experience?
Yeah, 7's the one that I'm going for.
Alright, so I will turn on the music. Turns out I had a different one planned. That's a variation of a motif, So, as you fall into the memory, you are walking up the dirt path in Venya, the second layer of Mount Celestia. Your sword is swinging on its belt as you ascend the hill towards the iridescent white sky. A pleasant breeze cascades through the terraced fields, and the grass and loam is carried with it. You decide that this is a good moment to rest on your path, and lie you down on the soft grass, looking upward towards the pearlescent sky before you drift off to the rest. When you wake, it is twilight, and the light all around is dusky gold. As you sit up, you see that the laboring petitioners in the fields have begun to journey back to their homes, their tools slung over their shoulders. As they walk, they sing, a chorus of voices blending all together in perfect, divine harmony. The melody is achingly beautiful, the golden song of days end and a call to rest. You feel something drip onto your shirt, and realize that without noticing, you were moved to tears. The fall in Mount Celestia will soon turn to a short, gentle winter, and the harvest will be over. For now, though, you stand up from your repose and adjust your sword belt. The memory fades as you continue up the hill. And that is what you see there.
That was wonderful. I laid back and closed my eyes during the description here. Felt very one above a sea of fog.
Glad you liked it.
But I don't know, maybe a little more engaged than that. That guy sounds a little attached, and this sounded a little more intimate. Very good. That one was nice, says my guy.
Alright. So, I think William is still in the bathroom? Is that true?
I mean, yeah.
Alright,
He didn't announce he was back.
I wasn't sure if he was just being quiet as I was narrating, but... Alright, you want to do another?
Yeah.
Alright, you want to roll?
I'll roll anything but 3.
Wow, you don't want to experience just true eternal bliss before you perish?
Being devoured slowly to death, yes.
You're not...
I don't want...
Listen. Just roll. We'll get to it eventually.
Chomp.
Do a 3, Howard. Thank you, William.
Listen, if Khalid wasn't...
But
Sarah rolled a
That's
3.
3.
there it is. That's the number
I rolled
3.
a 3.
Today's show is brought
I
to you by
will
the
be
number
called
3.
a coward because I am a high dex barbarian. I will choose something else. I'm a cat. I can't do this.
Alright. Fine, roll another one then.
Can experience
That's what
bliss.
Carl just experienced.
I think cats experience bliss more than almost anyone
Fine.
else.
Already.
Easier to just pick a number we have.
Man, these D8s only have like
Alright,
4 numbers
6 we
written on
haven't
them.
done, yeah. Alright, so...
Yeah, but this is funnier.
I suppose it is, yeah. Listen. So this memory is labeled Seeing the Graveyard of the Gods in the Astral Plane, Owen Wolfrider.
Microphone did not pick up my gasp there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
I'm viewing the Graveyard of the Gods in the Astral Plane, Owen Wolfrider.
Oh!
This is
Oh my god!
Owen Wolfrider was a character from Dead Gods, the campaign I ran for some of these people.
I was like wondering
Yes.
if you were gonna do the memories of one of our characters, but I didn't really. Oh.
The Dead Gods of the Astral Plane.
Yes.
Hold on
yes,
a second.
Let's do it.
I was sort of debating whether or not this is gonna get me... So I wanted to use the Astral Plane theme I had for that campaign, but that is, I'm pretty sure, copyrighted music. That's not video game stuff, so I'm feeling a little wary of it. Tragic. Anyway.
You can use Super Mario,
No, we're just
Mario Kart Galaxy theme.
We're using this. So, you and your friends are drifting through the astral sea on your small sloop, riding silver currents of ether. Around you is the endless expanse of the astral sea. A deep sea of purple dotted with stars swirling like milk in coffee. The expanse is quiet, and were it not for the beeping instruments on your spelljammer loop, its billowing sails would feel like you weren't moving at all. You have been sailing for hours, delivering a chest to a client in Eastgard. The larboard of the sloop you see an irregularity in the distance, what seem to be stony islands drifting through the depths of space. As you drift closer, you can make out the shapes for what they are, massive, stony bodies suspended in the astral sea. Though you know not from where the memory appears, you know that these are the holy corpses of the gods, as you have some terrible business there, an unfinished quest that has yet to be completed. As a kernel of memory begins to unfold in your mind, the vision ends suddenly, and you are thrust back into your bodies in the Civic Fest Hall. And yeah.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh god. The gods are. I mean, I never really figured.
Which ones?
I mean, the gods are. They're dead.
Not all of them. Just some of them.
Which ones?
Well, at the time of recording, Orcus. This was before he got revived. This is before he got brought back as a demon lord when he was a proper god. Well, at this point he was a proper dead god.
Oh, that's cool. Didn't know that much Orcus lore.
Yeah, this is
That's as hell.
he was kind of the big bad evil guy of dead gods, which is why I'm fond of Orcus. But seriously, the Astral Sea and the gods it's fucking wild.
I mean, yeah, like my poor little Meow Meow, and I can call him that because
It's like,
they're
yeah.
a cat, is like, oh, this was, I think I'm traumatized. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing
I know
any
I'm
more of these.
traumatized from the.
So, Mayrain is back. I think William is back.
Yes, I am.
So-
Yeah,
Oh,
so
hi,
I-
Mary. Don't experience this. I mean, unless you want to see dead gods, by all means do it. But, ugh.
Sorry, I don't know a Mayray.
Oh wait, yeah, wait, no, I don't. I'm not.
The veteran is going to sharply turn around.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought that was. Look, I was going through those memories. You know, I'm still a bit dizzy.
All right, make a deception check.
Okay.
Can I give them the help action since I said I didn't know what he was talking about? Please say yes.
I'm going to say no because you would have to essentially. I'm gonna say no.
Hey chat, I rolled a 3.
I silvery barbs the wisdom check and give advantage on the deception check.
All right. Sorry. Click that.
Shit.
Second, here's my. I guess silvery barbs, if that's appropriate.
All right.
I completely
Use my brain.
forgot.
Distract this guard. Give. Okay.
What's your wisdom
That's good
modifier?
progress.
Or what's your
roll just a little higher than last time.
what's your charisma modifier, Sarah?
0.
So his modifier is also for wisdom is 0. So the tie.
The silvery barbs also lets me give advantage to someone.
Right.
Can I give that to Snowball?
That check already got rolled. So
Okay.
I'm
That's fair.
Roll again?
I wasn't sure if these
No, I'm
technically
gonna-
happened at the same time or not.
I'm essentially I'm going to flip a coin over this. So
What?
just to see who gets the advantage. Since listen, this is nicer than I think it would technically work. Where I think it's he technically beat your check by meeting it.
Okay, that's fair.
So
I'll take the chance. I'll take the gamble.
call it heads or tails.
Heads.
All right, so 1 is heads, 2 is tails. All right, there you are.
Yes!
Let's go. Gambling. Pay again.
Well,
Oh, so I roll again?
no, you're good. You succeeded.
Okay. Oh!
Well, the often scrambles the mind, I suppose. Make sure you take care when viewing the sensory stones.
I give Snowball the dirtiest look behind this dude's back.
Oh, no, thank you.
Alright.
I think I won't do any more of these. I'm getting very tired myself.
All right. So I think there are.
And this is genuine. This is genuine, like, this isn't me lying because, like, I was already planning on not doing anymore before I nearly blew his cover, so.
Alright, I think there are 3 more sensory memories that you have to experience. So 1, well actually no, 4, because you still haven't done 3.
Somebody do
Yeah, so 1, 3.
Why not you?
1,
And
2, 3, and
2.
8.
Are those the ones we have?
1, 2, 3, and 8.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna roll a die, but we gotta do
Alright.
all these sensory experiences before we leave.
Alright, so you see that this is,
In my opinion, I rolled an 8.
waiting in the Hive mortuary. It was recorded by someone named Adon.
I honestly, number 6 would have put my guy in like a full kind of just existential, like not crisis, but be a little like almost debilitated by that for a couple minutes, and need something else. And this sounds like something else.
Alright. So, you drift into the memory as per usual. The first sensation to greet you is the harsh chemical smell of antiseptic. The second to greet you is the aching in your back. You are lying on a stone table, aching deep, deep to your bones. As you open your tired eyes, they kind of snap open as if you've been dehydrated for far too long. You see a gloomy room, barely lit by oil lantern. Jars, files, and beakers crowd the shelves that line the walls, filled with unidentified fluids and preserved samples. On a tray beside the stone table are several embalming implements, such as forceps, scalpel, and needle and thread. Outside in the distance, you can hear what sounds like feet shuffling on a hard stone floor, and the occasional groan, almost like air escaping from a corpse. You do not know who you are, only that your heart is still beating. This feels wrong. Something must have gone dreadfully wrong to put you here. You feel this sinking sensation in the pit of your stomach, like a plumb line, and the vision drifts away. And that is that vision.
I come back and I shout, "Wait, I'm still alive!"
You sure are.
Yeah, you are. You're not
These
dead.
sensations really... I know. Okay.
Alright, since it's 1, 2, and 3, we can now roll a d3.
You gotta try some of these.
Get in on this. I can't do as good of a soldier, 57 or what number is he?
76.
70. I can't do as good
76, I think.
I can't do as good
Soldier
as
76.
I can't
It's
do that
76, like 1776.
voice. What a fucking dweeb.
Yeah.
So,
Is that why? Did he choose that, or was he assigned it?
I don't know. I need to look.
I always
It's been a
kind of
while
assumed he was
since-
assigned it.
Alright, well, God really wants you to view Vision
Like-
3, but do you
I'm
want
not
to
doing 3.
do you want to view something worse?
Guys are cowards.
What is it?
So, the last moments of Charity, recorded by Charity.
Number 1.
What's number 1? Eating raw dragon liver, Vosperelli.
What the hell? You're gonna have a vitamin A overdose. Or whatever polar bear liver gets you with. I bet dragons are full of nutrient.
Curious to try one.
Alright. So,
It's also, that was Fox you said, right?
Yep, it's
Yeah.
boxes.
A very small chance there's like vital information in that, so.
Right. So,
There's vital organs in it, we know that.
So, the vision opens. You are looking out of the windows in a rented flat. The mortuary is
Oh,
looming
shit.
outside, its dark stone walls casting deep shadows on your building. You turn from the window to see your problem. You spent all your wages for the last month to pay some cutter to source this for you. It's the liver of a silver dragon, an organ that weighs about 30 pounds, you estimate. You pick up the carving knife from the table and set to work butchering the meat. It's a deep, deep red, and your knife cuts through it with barely any resistance. It smells of iron, and as your knife pierces the meat, a trickle of fluid drips down onto the tray below. Most of the pieces you cut off, you wrap in butcher paper and place them in an ice box, but you leave one on the tray. Your mouth waters as you look at it. Oh, it glistens, catching the flickering candlelighten waves as you pick up your fork. You cut off a sliver and slowly, oh so slowly, raise it to your lips. As you bite into it, the texture is soft, with a slight grain to it as you chew. The taste is of iron, almost overpoweringly so. Of all the fine cuts of meat you've pursued, this must be the finest. It is delectably soft, sending a friction down your spine. You can almost taste the power of the dragon this was cut from. Its blood dribbles down your chin and onto your shirt. After that first bite, though, you cannot hold yourself back. You forgo the fork and knife and pick up the liver with your hands, tearing into it with your teeth. You feast, savagely, until your face is sticky with blood and the plate is empty. As your heartbeat slows back to its resting pace, you pick up your rag and set to work and clean it up. Your vision fades away and you are back in the Civic Fest Hall.
Ew.
So the funny part... Flophouse and flat.
Liver.
Yeah. The fun fact is, I think that one is weirder than 3.
Huh.
That one was good. That you really the slightly grainy texture.
Right? Yes.
A good
As you
description
come
of
back,
liver.
you actually realize something. That is a place. You could actually find that place based on the view you had of the mortuary. The mortuary is a distinct enough building that if you were to go to the hive, you could probably track down this building with a little bit of work.
Mental note of that.
Congratulations, you found 2 of my hooks.
Nice.
Anyway, there's 2 more. So, if you want to do them, now's the time.
Like, I don't want to say eating a raw liver was erotic, but I definitely feel dirty after.
No, it was explicitly intended to be erotic. That was intentional.
Okay, good to know.
It was
I
definitely
was
sensational.
I do need to go soon, guys.
Alright, so let's finish off these 2, and then we can probably wrap things up. So you want to do Falling to Death or the Succubus first? I feel like after all we've built it up, maybe the Succubus is last.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
I think we should do it last, like you said, just because we've been putting it off. We should actually just put it off as long as we can.
Who wants to experience death?
Not it.
Yeah, I'm
Do
good.
it.
Alright. Sleed is fighting Hanuman's men and will experience this one. So... you are standing at the intersection of 3 winding alleyways. Sigils, building codes, and bylaws are Byzantine at the best of times, and in Ratpicker Square it is never the best of times. The buildings here are at strange angles, giving in this narrow alleyway on all sides up 30 feet. You can see the other side of the cage through the gap between the eaves, far, far above you on the other side of the wheel. It doesn't matter. You won't be here any longer than you need to be. According to some poor sod you peeled for the portal, the key to Arborea here is drawing a perfect circle with chalk, which will become the portal. Thankfully, the way the bricks lay make this easier. They meet on a round sewer grate in the center of the intersection. Dealing on the grate, you carefully scribe the circle, not letting the uneven surface break your concentration. However, the moment the circle is complete, you know you made a mistake. Like a proper Berg, you were kneeling right in the center of the circle, right as the portal opens up. You slip through almost instantly, and before you know it, you were surrounded by open air. The portal fizzles and closes as you fall away from it, and in the far distance you can see the ground rushing up to meet you. You scream as you fall through the sky, the wind ripping away your voice as it leaves your mouth. You spin through the air as you try to grab at something, anything that could stop what you know is about to happen. The ground is coming up to meet you, faster and faster. You can see trees below reaching up like spear points. You cover your eyes up as they come up to greet you, and you do not see it when it happens. All you feel is an instant of blinding pain before you are thrust out of the vision. Yay!
Yay.
Fucked up.
That was depressing.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Are you okay? Wait, no, I don't know what he experienced. So, question:
He paused.
Carl, is your character okay?
He paused on through it.
He's not okay, probably, is the answer. He's been through a lot, but, I don't know if he's died before. He's pretty old and has done a lot of fighting.
Maybe he's like been revivified.
I don't know how common it is to be yeah.
It's
exactly.
pretty rare.
I don't know how common it is to be revivified on the battlefield or something like that.
Alright, since William needs to go, you want to have this last beautiful moment together?
Yep,
Yes.
let's do it.
Alright,
Who's doing it? Who's going in?
Who's in it?
Well,
Not me.
Marion
I
hasn't
nearly
done one.
blew her cover.
Alright. Alright, so Mayrain, you pay gold, and we'll...
Well, no, I'm disguised. Do I have to pay?
Oh, yeah. You do not have to pay, and you're her disguise.
Sick.
Nice.
So you get to experience
Nice.
this one for free.
For free.
So, the vision fades, and you are in someone's boudoir. Before you is a woman, impossibly, incomparably beautiful. She draws all the eyes of any room she's in, and all the world seems to impossibly revolve around her in this moment. She makes every other sight you've ever seen duller for the simple crime of not being her. She moves lithely, slender fingers wrapped around the stem of a wine glass. Everything else is far, far away. The only thing you perceive is her and the space between you. Her wings fold and unfold, sending a gust of air over your body. You know, of course, what she is. A succubus. A creature of pure desire, created to tempt your soul back to the abyss as a foot soldier in the Blood War. But such thoughts are little more than a background drone in your mind as you take a tentative step forward. She smiles and reaches forward, taking you into her arms. She brushes your hair aside, you feel chills run down your spine, and you melt into the touch, leaning your cheek against the palm of her hand. She laughs quietly and reaches out, pressing her lips to yours. The feeling is overwhelming, a rush of euphoria and bliss so strong that it blots out all other thought. You let her pull you down onto the chase lounge she was resting on, as your senses begin to blacken around the edge. It is as if you were being pulled into deep, warm water. Soon, all you can feel around you is her skin on yours, and you drift away, deep, deep into the lurching tide, deepest black, till the flickering light of your souls become one with the void. The vision fades to an end, and you are back in reality. So was it good
Reminds
for
me
you?
of... Was this good for you as it was for me? It reminds me a lot of how John Travolta describes his interviews with a heroin addict in preparation to play his character in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, interesting. I have not read those.
John Travolta didn't do heroin
Good for him.
before Pulp Fiction,
I
but
recommend. This is an official
talked to-
recommendation from Matt Pathologic. Do not do heroin.
don't do heroin.
You're not my
That's
mom.
what the heroin addict said. But he said if you do, it'll feel so good. And destroy your life.
Yeah. So anyway, I know that is about. You're out of time, William.
Yep, I have to be at work in less than 8 hours, so
Jesus Christ.
I will see you guys later.
Yeah.
This was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Good night.
thank you. Before y'all leave,
Same here.
yeah, thank you all for attending my creative writing project where I got to write 8 little short stories for funsies. I hope you enjoyed it.
I'll tell M about Owen.
Alright, yeah, do mention that. Alright, well,
Sorry.
so
Bye,
that
guys.
will be all for tonight. So I will see you all later. We will not be picking this up next session because sorry, I'll answer your question as saying. We will not be picking up next week because it's Thanksgiving. Did they leave the city by now? No, they are still at the Civic Fest Hall, but they've got the next step. So we'll be picking this up. I think
Still
it's
the same day.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time fighting around, but that's kind of what I wanted. So you may share your insights in DMs if you still wish. But I will see you all later, and it's been fun. We'll pick this up on the 5th.
Yeah, thank you
All right.
for this
Night, chat.
opportunity.
But I hope you all enjoyed it. Good night.